Welcome to Shadow of the Broker. We are actually playing the beginner game of Age of Rebellion Takeover at Whisper Base. Obviously, with this group, with so many people at pretty high XP, this is a highly modified version of that beginner game, so that's why I don't even have beginner game on the title screen right there. So, you all are, well, everyone's seen the crawl text, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, and if you haven't, don't say that. I'll just assume that you have. So, you all find yourself on Onderon, and it's a jungle world, very hot and humid, and it is actually the wet season, summer. So, you have been tromping through the woods, and you have gotten to the periphery of Whisper Base. Hopefully you guys can see the text at the bottom there, and those are the checks that you will need to make. And also, in the distance, past some of the outlying buildings, you can see a mesa, and that is actually where you guys need to go. So yes, if we can start getting those survival checks.
Do we want to introduce ourselves?
Oh yeah, actually, let's do some really short introductions. We've got a hard stop for this mission, so yeah, first up is Brandon.
I'm a Wookiee with a big gun.
Alright, cool. Next up is Eric.
Yeah, so I'm playing a new character for myself as a Dracelian. Dracelians are early industrial era technology-wise. They were discovered by the Bothans and recently oppressed by the Imperials, fighting the resistance, so he's moved off-planet to help the larger rebellion.
Great. Next up is James.
I'm playing Jokin Ben, pilot extraordinaire, rebel liaison for the broker, and recently taking the squadron leader spec. So that'll be fun to play with.
Great. And then we have JB.
Alrose, exto technician, trying to find her parents who experimented on her as a kid.
And next we have Riz.
I'm playing Eve. She's a human. She was a slave at one point. Now she's not. Now she's working with the broker agents as a kind of enforcer character.
Great. And then we have Jack.
I'm playing Macron Duval, a fallen noble who recently committed the act of fratricide and likes stirring things up.
Yes. All right. And so we did those resource rolls, and thanks for the reminder, and it looks like it overshot both. But in the meantime, I'm going to bring your tokens over to this page, and we won't be using the dossier for combat, well, except for the initiative, but keep track of your strain and your wounds on your tokens. And as you can see, if you failed that survival roll, you will need to make a resilience check or suffer 3 setbacks for the session, and you'll need to mark that on your name so that we can tell. And any any threat that you suffered with either check counts as strain.
Just one each.
Yeah.
Had a triumph on the survival check.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Actually, I'll say this. For your triumph, maybe you heard of a plant that actually can counteract the effects of poison itch vine, but you only find enough for one person. How's that?
All right.
And it doesn't remove the strain, but it reduces the itching enough so that instead of 3 setback, it's just 1 setback.
Who failed and needs a little helper?
I don't think anyone failed the resilience check.
Looks like Alro did.
Yeah, but I just made my medicine check.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, don't forget that if you're making a medicine check on yourself, then
It's +2.
plus
Yeah.
2, yeah.
Okay, so still good.
Yep, and you got a triumph, so nice.
We don't care about no plants.
We're
Okay.
good then.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna have to face the vine creepers again? Not the vine creepers, but the itch vine.
Possibly, but with that triumph, maybe you can hold on to that information for later.
Okay, sounds good.
So right now there's just a light drizzle, and hopefully you guys can hear some of the sounds. There should be jungle sounds in the background for you. So you are waiting for a storm. These are quite common during the summer season, and summer is also when, at least in this region, Onderon's moon, Duxon, gets really close. So lots of that can kind of play haywire on electrical systems as well. But what you guys are doing is once the thunderstorm comes in, you have, courtesy of Renzi Tosh, an experimental signal jammer that also has an intermittent EMP. And that electromagnetic pulse can bring down temporarily surveillance systems. This can't be done on someplace like a jungle or a desert world because people would immediately know what's happening. However, in the middle of a thunderstorm, those sorts of irregularities can be overlooked. So while you're waiting for that storm, you think back to a week earlier.
Before you continue, okay, never mind.
Now there's sounds.
Go ahead, yes?
No, the music wasn't playing, but
Yeah, we
you just
didn't-
turned something else on. So
Okay. It might be that you didn't have it high enough.
no,
So-
I looked at the jukebox. Nothing was playing.
Oh, okay. So we had a problem with this earlier. It looks like Roll20 is screwing up. Some people could hear music and the jukebox was playing, and for some it wasn't. So I apologize. There's cool music that's playing for each page, and if you don't hear it, then boo, Roll20. So you are on the Redemption. This is a week earlier, going through plans, and you walk into the tail end of a meeting, and you can tell that Crick's mating looks a little tired. Renzi looks really irritated, but the other two individuals, Soth Pedican and Jacob Bidden, look pretty happy. And you're introduced to them. Jacob is the leader of Spec Ops, and Soth Pedican, a Tefoun, is one of their recruiters. And so Crick's mating says, "Welcome, agents. We've had a long conversation, and I would have to agree with my colleagues that your services would be best utilized for the rebellion with Spec Ops rather than Spec Force." And you hear Renzi kind of like, but she doesn't say anything. And Jacob smiles and says, "Yes, I've heard such great things about you, and I am quite pleased and a bit surprised that the broker and his agents are working with us so closely now. What we have is a very interesting situation on Onderon. Thanks to Renzi Tosh and her Spec Force Pathfinders, they uncovered a base, nicknamed Whisper Base, that is apparently spying on other Imperials. We're not really sure of the situation, but it looks like, for whatever reason, Moff Darno is spying on the actual governor of Onderon. Or not governor, but the Imperial who has been left in control, and that is Admiral Corlin. And actually, if one person who can do a core worlds check, and it'll be a hard core worlds check. Who wants to do it?
Or intellect and no ranks. Or the,
Two ranks, two intellect. Would you allow us to pull resources on this?
I'll actually say that, Macron, if you assist, your unskilled assistance will be 2 boost dice.
Well, I have skilled assistance. I have 2 ranks in Core Worlds. Joe
Oh,
can come
even better.
on.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you can go ahead and take my 2 ranks then.
And it was hard, you said?
Yeah.
And the... Okay.
All right, perfect. So you actually know that the Corlin family is a very prominent core family. So it's one of the oldest families in, like, it's a really old noble family. And so they're one of the families that, when people think of Devel, Corlin is another big family. So Admiral Corlin is a big wig with a very illustrious family. So back to Whisper Base. This is a small base that is secret to the other Imperials. So they've had to be very careful with their shipments. They've had to be very careful with supplies. So it's not as well manned as most Imperial bases would be. But it's also in a very remote region of Onderon, and this presents us with unique ability or unique opportunity to tap into the Imperial communications network. So that is your job. And Renzi has put together a mission briefing for you. Thank you, Renzi. And you can see it on your agent dossier, the first tab. And before we adjourn, do you have any questions?
None from me.
Okay. So, Jacob and Soth welcome you to the service of Spec Ops, and they look forward to a very fruitful relationship. And once again, you can tell that Renzi isn't completely pleased with this, but yeah, maybe at some other point she'll fill you in on why. But we will head back to Onderon. So a thunderstorm has started, and now you guys have a chance to initiate or start that signal jammer and climb that mesa. You guys have climbing gear, don't worry. The rebellion made sure that you kept or took some with you. As you can see, climbing will be a hard check with one setback and one boost. The setback is from the rain, the boost is from the climbing equipment.
Would we have been warned about jetpacks being used here?
That's they leave a lot of things to your discretion. So you can use a jetpack if you want, if you think that it wouldn't be too conspicuous. I'm going to leave that up to you. So yeah, you can do it if you want.
I think Rebecca would be more, if someone falls, he would want to try to catch someone, so he would stay below and fly up if anyone falls. So.
Okay. That sounds prudent. So yes, how do you guys want to handle this? Who's going up first? How are you guys going to arrange this? And do look at the consequences.
Quick question.
Mhm.
My character has the Mountaineer armor that gives 2 boosts when climbing.
Okay.
Would that overwrite the boost from the climbing gear? Or would it be an addition?
Oh, actually, that's a really good question. I think, GM Assistant, if you can take a look at the long text for that, just so that we can see.
Sure. My guess is it would be the better of the two kind of like cover, but I'll take a look.
Yeah, I think so. And thank you for bringing that up. But yeah, I'm going to say that it's the better of the two.
Better of the two. Okay, that's fine.
What about the Ascension pistol? Would that help climb?
Possibly. Is that the one that shoots out a line?
Yeah, and then you can reel yourself in and...
Yeah, sure. I mean, how many uses does it have? I'm not too familiar with it.
Let me look at the long text, but I don't think there's a limit. I think as long as you have somewhere to... I don't know, are there like... I guess you potentially need a ledge or something to...
Right. And so the thing, too, with the Mesa is that I'm going to say that we're going to leave that up to some chance, so it'll be force die rolls, because they're loose rocks and they're boulders that, from your vantage point, look like they're sturdy, but what if you attached to one and then it rolled over?
Right.
So, yeah, you can use it, but you're going to have to, suffer the whims of Lady Luck.
Can Auro get an additional boost because of all the arms?
Yeah, I'll say 1 boost.
Oh,
Okay. So
he
Auro
completely washed.
is falling at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of piloting check would I need to do to try and catch Auro?
I'm going to say that the piloting check is going to be the same difficulty. So
Hard with the setback?
yeah, because it's raining, there's wind, and you've got Alro flailing and falling, so yeah.
Sorry.
To kind of do something at the same time, since Macron hasn't even tried to climb yet, could Macron try and look for something to put in Alro's way, so maybe she lands on something a bit softer than just the ground?
Sure.
It's I don't know, gravity is kind of hard to
Yeah,
see.
bushes aren't exactly going to help with this, so we'll say that if Alro falls, we'll give a boost to the check to reduce damage.
I'm not going to be able to hold up the Zexta with 2 metal arms.
Okay, So Rebecca sees Arrow falling and shoots up to her, and then tries to subtly, quickly get back under cover. So there's not much. So just using the boost narratively to try and mitigate any chances of being spotted.
Okay, so you've actually crested the mesa with Alro, right? Setting her down?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the way we want to take it, yeah.
Well, yeah, so the whole point is that because of the jungle wildlife and everything, the exit or the entrance that is least defended is the one up on top of the mesa, because the predators can't climb that very easily, at least. So the whole goal is for you guys to get up there and then try to disable the shuttle and then get in through that door. So you're going to be up top already with Alro, yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
Although,
so
I mean, if...
you're going to need to give me a stealth check.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. I need to look at the difficulty of that. And Alro will need to as well.
Yeah.
Because basically you guys have just appeared over the lip of the mesa. In a jetpack.
It's raining hard. It's fine.
Quick, make animal sounds and shake the bushes.
Roar.
Alright, so it's going to be a two reds, 2 purples. And I'm going to say that you get 1 boost because of the rain.
Okay. Can I use my advantage to give... Auro, how are we looking on your stealth?
1 yellow, 2 green.
Okay. Can I give Auro a boost just from the way Rebecca sets her down very gently?
Throws her behind the boulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll take a boost from the rain. 2 red, 2 purple. I don't know. I think I might flip on mine. Do you want to flip on yours too?
I'm going to flip on both of yours, actually, to keep things interesting.
Tommy, how high is the whole mesa thing? Is it medium height?
Yeah.
Okay, so this...
Well, it's a little bit over medium, so that's why, like, if you fall, you're falling from medium.
Okay, because the pistol can shoot medium.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Alright, so, Alro.
Yeah, I'm just deciding whether to flip or not, but I think I am.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, good. Much rather me be seen than anyone else.
Okay.
Did you not make the ranged light check?
Yeah, that...
Okay, so, actually, Rebecca, you have been seen. And, unfortunately, that means that combat is going to start, and a bunch of you guys are down at the bottom, so this is what we're going to have to do. It's going to take... Ooh, because it's medium, and you're climbing, so it's... that's a tough one. You're going to have to take... It's going to take 2 rounds to get up there with successful checks. Or no, I'm going to say a round because it's 1 round for the check. That's fine. But,
and also, we were like, presumably not going necessarily one at a time.
Right, exactly. So,
Yeah, I had actually already rolled a successful check with 3 advantage.
oh, so then you're up there then.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Does he need to make a stealth check, or...?
Well, no, it's because you kind of, like, ascended in a jetpack.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you climbed up, you wouldn't have needed the check. So.
Man, that wind blowing sounded just like a jetpack.
Yeah, so I guess anyone who hasn't tried the check can try it before we start combat, because otherwise...
Well, the problem is that creates a situation where if we fail, we fall, and Macron ain't got no athletics or coordination.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
who else is down there right now?
Well, one of the things here is that also too, I kind of wanted you guys to discuss the who's going to go, how are we going to do this, and then things just kind of happened, and this is the consequence of things just happening. So communication between the agents is key, and so right now I'm going to say that only Alro, Peckbat, and Rebecca are up here. So you're going to have to
So for
move
this round, then Eve's climbing, I guess, right?
Yeah. So you're gonna have to move the map around. It's a really big map, but the open area is to the upper right. This is not to scale, and there's actually more mesa to the right of this, but you just can't see it. That's fine. So you guys are not like right on the edge about to fall over. And I will move your tokens over in just 1 second.
All I can see is the Lambda shuttle.
Yeah, that's all I can see too.
You don't see any tokens with the Lambda shuttle?
Two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see two
Okay.
sentry tokens.
Yeah, that's all you should see, actually.
Oh, I
Oh,
look
okay.
further away. Okay.
And I just need to grab tokens and so I'm going to bring everyone's tokens up here, but obviously for the people that aren't like right there, I'll just move your tokens up to the top so that you know that you're not actually part of this. So there, that's here. Token is over there. So Shrebecca has been seen. Alro has not. Packbat has not. And we need to roll initiative. And I'll let you guys roll first, and then I'll roll mine.
Oh.
Do we still get an initiative roll then, even if we're not up?
Yeah, that's kind of the weird thing. Unfortunately, I kind of think in this situation, no, you're just gonna have to come in at the bottom. So just the
Okay,
people.
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I agree.
Seems more complicated then. So we get a 1.1. Who else is up? Half that. So 1.1. Guys, come on.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, whoops. Ignore the last roll of mine. So just those first two, and ignore the percentages.
I'm gonna have rapid reaction or anything they're using.
No, but
I don't think so. Let me double check my talents, new character, and all. Nope.
I'm trying to decide what to do with Rebecca's triumph. I think I'm gonna have him step back off the ledge.
Okay. Never mind. I can't be Care Bear here. So you guys have initiated the signal jammer. Incidentally, so just as an incidental, one sentry's like, "What? Hey, intruders! Intruders!" And he's talking to his comlink, and he's like, "What the hell?" And then he shouts to the other one, "Get to the door!" And that is what's happening. And so this
All
guy
right.
is taking.
What
Free
door do we
maneuver.
see? Do we see a door?
You should be able to.
No, there's a lot of stuff here that kind of looks like a door. but-
So
over
yep,
here?
that's the door.
Okay.
So this guy
because
was medium, and he gets to short range of the door.
okay. How far can I get with my jetpack with that free maneuver?
You'll need to make a piloting check, but I'll say that you can get. Oh well, you can take the equivalent of 2 maneuvers on a successful piloting check. So,
Okay. Difficulty average.
I'm going to say it's hard with 2 setbacks because of the wind and rain.
Okay. I'll take 2 strain.
All right. Actually, instead of 2 strain, I'm going to say that that's going to give 2 setbacks on your attack because of. I mean, you are. This is really distracting with lightning and wind and rain. So.
Okay. So where does that get me about? Like
At that-
here-ish. Or okay. So I'm just flying above the shuttle at this point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, well, you were at long range, so now you're at medium range from them.
Okay.
And yeah, so those are the maneuvers. And so, what is the actual turn order?
Then us.
Oh, are them?
Yes.
Okay.
It's two. Yeah,
So
both of them.
this
and
guy
all of
gets
us.
to the door, and he is like jamming on the keys, like to get in because he sees a flying Wookiee with a gun.
Oh, he doesn't know I'm a Wookiee.
Oh, that's right. He sees a flying
Giant
thing.
person.
Yeah. And so he's jamming on the things, but then he turns and shoots at you with his blaster pistol. So what are your defenses?
I've got 2 range defense actually.
Okay. I'm going to flip. And he's actually, or it's 3 of them, are very desperate, so taking an extra maneuver to aim. So one of them is shooting at you, another is punching on the buttons, and 2 range defense, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you are at medium. And misses,
Ooh.
but passes the bonus to the next one. Alright, next up.
You again.
Okay, so this guy takes a beat on Rebecca, who is at short distance from him, and he's got a boost. He aims, and I'm going to flip a destiny. Ooh.
Okay.
Misses you, but hits your jetpack with that triumph.
But
And
the
so-
jetpack's a part of me.
It's cinematic.
Okay. Okay.
So the bolt hits your jetpack, and I'm going to say that you fall a short distance onto the Lambda shuttle. So
Well, it
that
should
is-
only cause 1 rank in damage to it. With the triumph.
We can say it just cuts off temporarily, but doesn't have any permanent damage.
Yeah. So it you'll still need to have. Let's say that it'll have 2 setbacks on all rolls until it's repaired, but it shuts off. Like,
Well, it should only be 1 setback, because I mean, if you're doing a step of damage. But okay, so average. I do not take anything.
all right.
So I land. I do perfect roll. Do I even get another way up? Because I'm falling with momentum, maybe.
Yeah, since you had a triumph, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Next up.
Any of you?
When do we get to make our climbing? Well, I've already made my climbing check, but when can I apply
Oh,
it?
yeah, you can apply that once the other 2, like Alro and Puckbat, have gone.
Okay, that's what I figured.
So from where Packbat's at, can he see both groups or both enemies?
Yeah. And so I'm going to say that it's not extreme range here because you're both. It's going to be long to both of them, but one
Okay.
is closer within that
Right.
long. But yeah, long distance.
Okay. Well then, as long as he doesn't really need to take a maneuver to see them.
Wait. No, actually, I need to keep this consistent with the other group. Number 2 is at extreme distance.
Okay.
Extreme.
Ooh.
He's at the edge of
Okay.
extreme. But
All right. No, that's fine. So I'm gonna draw my rifle, which can shoot it at extreme range.
okay.
And then I'm gonna take a second maneuver to true aim, and I'm going to take my shot. Let's see. Make sure I've got everything here right. So 2 ranks of true aim upgrades it twice. Any cover for them or anything like that? Or...
No, not for him. However, they do have some defenses. Sorry. So these guys
Okay.
are adversary 1, defense 1.
Okay. And then extreme is 4 purple normally.
You got it.
All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Well, I missed, but 6 advantage.
Do you want to send some boosts Rebecca's way?
Yeah, so...
Well, with that many, could he potentially do something with the door controls?
Oh, that's a good point too.
I mean, you're shooting at the same guy who was
Yeah,
jamming.
I mean, I'm shooting...
And I think 6 advantages is quite a lot.
Yeah, I'd certainly let that shoot the keypad out.
All right. So if you use all 6 advantages for that, yeah, you shoot the
Okay.
keypad.
Yeah, and then let's go for that, so... And I'll act like that's what I intended to do the whole time.
Yeah.
Sizzle.
That door thing, it opens it, right? That's good. Technology-wise for the Dracilian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no
I like
idea.
it. But yeah, the guy's like, no! Ah!
Think of it as a glorified doorknob.
We have intruders! We have intruders! Send help! Send help! He's yelling into the comlink. To no avail. All right, next up.
I guess that's me. So he wasn't like pinning an alarm or anything, right? He was trying to get through the door and into the comm.
Oh no, he was trying to pin an alarm as well, but the signal jammer that you guys have, started in this storm is blocking that.
Okay, great. Okay, that's just what I wanted to check. All right then, we're at long from this dude.
The closest guy to you is Long, yeah.
All right, so I'd like to take a couple maneuvers and get behind some cover.
Okay.
And then and then shoot at this first squatty.
Okay. It'll take 2 maneuvers to get into medium range, so
Yeah,
just remember
yeah,
that.
that's
Okay.
fine.
And so 1 adversary, 1 defense.
So that ends up being 1 red and 3 purple.
Wait, no, 1 adversary, 1 defense. So 2 setbacks, I believe.
If you're
Right.
if you're at medium range, it'd be 1 purple, 1 red.
Yeah. Okay.
2 black.
Alrighty, and then I'll take another setback.
Yeah.
So her blaster is superior, so it gets an extra advantage. So I guess that's enough to take a second shot with her blaster arm.
Oh, is it linked, or did you do... Because you need to add difficulty if you're going to 2-weapon combat, or use 2-weapon combat.
Yeah.
It's not just the number of advantages.
What you need to add.
Oh, right, it ups the diffdifficulty one.
Yeah,
Okay,
unless
we'll
it's
just-
linked.
We'll just take the single shot then for now.
Alright.
So that's 10 pierce 2.
10 pierce 2. Alright. Ah! Hurt him pretty bad, but all 3 of them are still up.
Okay. The advantage, you're just gonna send a boost, or how you want to do that?
Yeah, let's send a boost to Shorebecca.
Okay. Shorebecca doing his nice little jetpack feeling rolling maneuver is now short from group 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. True aim / rain of death time.
You know what? I just had a pretty cool idea to think how Shorebecca managed to survive that shortfall with no damage. If the Lambda is on the ground, the wings are probably closer together. He can probably do a bit of a jumping spider thing and kind of pin himself against the wings and then just drop a bit gently.
Be a Wookiee Tarzan.
Yeah. Got the athletics for it, so. And I'm gonna flip as well. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Okay, so we'll start off with the base damage is going to be 16 pierce 1. And so 1, 2,
Alright, give me
3,
1 second to apply that.
4.
To 16
I can-
pierce 1.
Yeah, I can do that 5 times.
Oh, 5 times. Okay. You get to describe what happens.
Okay, so the gun, as he's doing his nice little rolling spider maneuver, it's just in his hand suddenly, and as he gets to a stopping point, it is actually from a little bit of an angle since I am on top of the shuttle, just raining down upon them, an actual, rain of death of blaster bolts, completely destroying everything over in this general direction.
If you want to say with that triumph, the other squad is going to give up when they see that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine with Shorebecca. So
Puts his hands up.
Shorebecca, as soon as he sees they're all down, just switches his gun over to this side, and
I surrender! I surrender!
you better. Rawr. Okay.
Alright.
So, combat done.
Yeah, and actually, I'm just to say right now, Packbot, if you didn't do that, things would have been so different.
Yeah. So I guess I need to grab Macron since we didn't want him to fall.
Yeah.
And can we roll for strain recovery?
No, not right now. There's just too much. You need to be inside before you can do that. This storm
Okay.
is just really all up on you.
Okay, so the piloting check would be the same that I did earlier, the hard with a setback?
It's going to be 2 setbacks now because of the
The damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll flip for it. Okay.
And also, too, as you're going up, though, I'm going to need you to do a force roll because there are intermittent powerful gusts that are happening with this.
Okay, Macaron want to give me some unskilled assistance on this one?
I'll do you one better if Tommy will let me. I'll give you some inspiring rhetoric.
Okay, sounds good.
You can do it!
Yeah, Macaron beats back the redness that takes it over his face as the Wookiee clutches him in his arms and takes him up the cliff. And he says, "Ah, that's right. Show this storm what it means to be a Wookiee."
I'm actually going to upgrade that.
Alright, I have to make sure I can double check what I'm throwing at this. It's supposed to be average, and my leadership is... forgetting if it's 3 or 2. Okay.
Nice.
Alright, so that's going to give you a boost, I guess, 2 rounds, but we're not in structured time.
Do I get some strain recovery from that too?
Oh yeah, you do. I forgot about that. I always focus more on the improved version. 1 ally, recover 1 strain. So yes, you're going to recover 4 strain.
Yeah. Okay, let's see how this goes. Woo!
Okay. Good. You get him up.
See, no problem, Macaron. I've got you.
All right, so wind is going. You've got a captive. And you have the Lambda shuttle. So remember, you've got that mission briefing that tells you what you guys need to do, what you're, here for. So I'll leave you guys to it.
I believe that your expertise would probably be best employed in sabotaging that. And he's just going to point to the Nilos.
Can we? Is the shuttle open?
Yeah, it is, actually. Had you guys actually observed these soldiers before just swooping over the edge like that, you'd have seen them. They were actually moving things in and out of the shuttle and trying to cover things that it looked like they were caught unawares by the storm. And so, yeah, it's open.
I didn't catch that one bit before you said it was open. My mic volume dropped.
Oh, yeah, it's just open.
Yeah, they were loading stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, if Jokin's doing that, I'm going to talk to the guard, or I guess the squad we captured, and ask them what they were doing.
The guy's he's just kind of staring, and he looks really scared, and is not really saying anything right now.
Macaron's going to put a hand on his shoulder and say, I know we can be a bit brutal, but this is all for Moff Dodarno. He wished us to inspect this place and make sure its security would surpass whatever you know who could throw at it.
Then why did you kill all my buddies?
I must admit, some of my compatriots can be a bit overzealous, and he'll cast kind of a chastising glance at Shorebecca.
What sort of check will this be?
I guess deception, since it is a bold-faced lie.
All right, it's going to be 3 setbacks, so 1 setback for each person that died.
All right.
And give me 1 second while I look up. Okay. It will be 2 red, 2 purple, and 3 black.
All right. Well, plausible deniability lets me clear all the black die.
I will upgrade that.
Ooh, so now it's on parity with my deception. All right, I'm gonna upgrade again my check. Ooh. Does anyone maybe want to give me some unskilled assistance? Maybe look a bit sheepish after I shoot the glance at the team.
Rebecca just does this big shrug. Oops.
Should I at least consider that an unskilled assistance then?
Sure.
That was a joke, but I mean,
okay.
someone can do something.
Yeah, I mean, someone a little more delicate than Rebecca probably could.
So also not Eve.
Are none of you gonna pick up on this lie?
Like a scurry to the ship to get the job done or whatever.
All right, fine. I'm not gonna count the boost then. Well, that's
Ooh.
4 advantages.
You're spies from Admiral Corlin. You'll get nothing from me or us.
Macron sighs and just shrugs. Like, I tried. Just
Yeah,
tie them
without
up,
despair.
gag them.
They're locked
Tie
down.
them
They're
up.
not going to say anything.
Tie them up, gag them. Just make sure they can't talk to anyone else.
All right. So, yes, what's next for you guys?
Um,
The disabling the shuttle.
Okay, so who's going to do it?
I will do it.
Okay, so that will be a... Give me 1 second while I double check my notes here. It will be a hard check. Hard mechanics check. Well, it depends. How are you disabling it, actually? Tell me what you're doing.
I would like to have it so that it is going to have a catastrophic failure upon liftoff.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
That
hold
will be
on.
a hard mechanics check.
We're supposed to make sure we capture the lieutenant that's in charge. If he runs the shuttle and it blows up, we failed the whole op.
That's a good point. We will have it spit all kinds. Yeah, it just won't start.
Good catch, Macron.
Packbat's gonna draw his rifle like he's ready to shoot the controls before.
Okay. Oh, I should say though, so guys, this is a very hard mission, and I am really going to hold back from my usual Care Bearism, so I'm going to let you guys do things, and I'm not going to stop you. So you guys are going to have to help your teammates and watch out for things just like that, because that was a very good catch on Macron's part. So keep that in mind as we go forward with this mission.
All right. Is anyone available to give unskilled assistance?
Well, I only have skilled assistance, I guess, but I can give you unskilled assistance.
Right. Well, yeah, because you have what do you? Could you
Alvaro
give-
has 4 mechanics, 1, and then like 5 intelligence, so 4 yellow, 1 green.
Okay, so I'll take your extra point of intelligence then, and we'll flip it and make it into another.
I'm going to flip too then. This mission is going to be lots of ebb and flow of destiny. Woo, nice.
Ooh.
Guys,
So,
it's not going anywhere.
An idea for the Triumph. Maybe you kind of slip open not a fuel line, but a something that when they turn it on, the engines will start to just belch and exhaust into the ship. That will probably just knock out anyone who tries to use it. Maybe kill them if they leave the door shut, but...
okay. We'll say that we'll leave that up to fate if something of that nature happens. Okay, so you guys have disabled the Nylos, and now you guys, what are you going to do with the sentry?
Knock him out at least, but definitely bind him too.
And I figured Eve could take care of that while they were tampering with the ship.
Okay.
Eve's just sitting around punching people.
All right, so now you've got the door, which is locked, and the keypad has been destroyed, and so that's going to put some setbacks on actually getting through the door.
What if we just bar open the diffusion cutter?
Or you can do that.
I guess if all else fails, we could just have the Wookiee rip it open.
Well, we've got the fusion cutter, which should make it kind of easy.
Yeah, I mean, Wookiee and Eve, I think they're actually the same strength.
In terms of pure brawn or like athletics?
That's a good question. I've got 3 athletics.
I only have 1 rank.
Okay.
All right. You can flex at each other later.
Yeah.
Yes, which way, how are you going to do it?
I mean, I think the easy way is to cut it open unless someone really wants to try to do something else.
Sure, Becca will be behind you in case there's anything behind that door when it opens.
That's a great idea.
So you're going to use a fusion cutter.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's gonna, if there is someone behind the door, or if there's just like guards just chilling and they don't know anything's going on, that's gonna alert them.
Yeah, it might. The fusion cutter is probably the quickest way through, and we already sabotaged the Nylos, so even if we don't really care about keeping people out, but it would look a bit better if we could fix the door and just have it open.
All right. We can give. Yeah, we'll use that as our ace in the hole. We've got other other ways we could try to get through.
Okay. That's a good one.
Do we want to do any perception from outside the door? I guess there would be a lot of setbacks on that, but oh well.
Anyone happen to have a scanner?
I have one built
Oh,
into
what?
my helmet. I
Oh.
could perceive through the door.
Okay.
What is a scanner?
You are there any checks for that, or
Did your people invent the X-ray yet? Or
What?
not? But
that's
It
what
doesn't
Pack Badge
really
should say.
have-
I'm looking through your clothes right now.
we have things that let us see through other things.
Oh, that's handy.
Indeed.
It just like notes if there's like life forms nearby and stuff like that.
All right, so no checks are needed then, right?
It doesn't say so on the equipment.
Okay. I'm going to say that it's going to need at least an average perception check just because you're going to get interference, and also with the signal jammer that's pulsing below, it's going to you're going to need to kind of discern what's what. So average perception check on the person using it.
Totally okay.
Okay. There's no one behind the door at this moment.
Jokin will share that tidbit of knowledge with everybody.
So there could be like a camera watching the door, but we have no way of knowing that, do we? Unless you have your
We
security
disabled
bit
the
too.
cameras with the jammer, didn't we?
So I do have the security sweeper too.
So does the jammer jam like cameras too? I thought it was just communication signals.
Oh, the whole
Disable
point is that it's
security
disabling
camera.
surveillance and communications right now.
Oh, both. Okay.
Temporarily, it's going to go down in a bit. You don't know how long it'll last, so there is also a little bit of time pressure too. So,
Would we at least be notified the second it does stop?
oh, you'll know because I mean the interference is gone.
Okay.
You guys are able to communicate with each other because you do have some like EMP shielding on your equipment, but there's still very noticeable static, and once that's gone, then you know. All right,
right.
so what check are you guys applying to the door? Then I'll give you the difficulty.
Let's
Does
fix it.
someone want to try something else first?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a fixed check probably. See if you can get take off the panel, just mess with some wires.
Right. Oh, and also too, the sentries do have code cylinders on them. So if you can fix that keypad, then you can get in.
I would love
perfect.
to try to fix that keypad.
Okay. So it was all shot up to hell. So I'm going to say, actually, how many advantages hit that? It was
There
six
was
advantages,
6.
right?
It was 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that every 2 is 1 setback. So 3 setbacks. So it's a hard check. I'm upgrading it once. 3 setbacks.
All right.
Would you like to get the sect stuff up on this again?
Yeah, and if you're using my intelligence, you can also use my custom toolkit for a boost.
I've got a custom toolkit for myself.
Yeah, he's not poor. Just slightly dumber than you.
Nice work.
Nice.
And I'll say with those advantages, yeah, it's... Well, I'll let you tell me. What do the advantages do? You fixed it, and code cylinder works. Maybe the door is... when you open it, it's right as thunder is happening, so no one can even hear the door.
That makes sense. And yeah, I'll also definitely keep the code cylinder with me. And we
Okay.
have 2, right? So someone else should grab the other one.
Macron will take the other one.
That's good.
All right, so I'm going to start revealing some areas here, and you guys will need to move your tokens in. So,
I also want to put this idea forth to the team that even though the sentries might not have believed me, it may be better for us to try and enter under a lie than just guns blazing. So maybe I should take the lead and try and pass off our presence as something else before we try and commit to hostilities.
Sure.
Rebecca rolls his eyes at you, but you can't see it because it's behind him.
The helmet just moves from side to side. Almost
Right.
looks like an odd, so Macron just takes it.
So if the comms might come back on at some point, should we take the comms of the guards over here?
Yeah, that's
Good
smart. Or
one.
throw them over
Great idea.
the-
Or at least
throw them over
smash
the
it.
cliff.
Yeah, so we can take that to where one of the humans should probably take that.
good job. You guys are thinking. I like it.
All right, sure. Macron will take, along with the code cylinder, one of their comm links.
So yeah, go ahead and move into that first intersection there, right past the door.
Rebecca will stay behind.
Macron's gonna walk in like he owns the place.
Because he's about to.
All right, so as you know from your mission briefing, the next point that you need to get to is a communications room. And you will need to make a daunting warfare check to kind of discern where that might be in a base of this type. So, however, contribution helps. So
Yep.
every rank of contribution, the highest rank of the team adds that many boosts to this check.
All right, let's see how this goes. Borrowing an intellect from Alro.
Let's have our military man do it.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's a lot of
So-
ranks of warfare. Nice.
I flipped, but it's 2, yeah.
Yeah, nice job. So, yeah, and you have an advantage with tons of successes. So, you know through reports that you've sifted through and just chats with Renzi that bases of this size, they tend to have the communications room as one of the closest rooms to the launch pad. And with that advantage, I'll say that you think that it's the one directly below you guys, or to the south.
Down there.
Mhm.
Jokin will point that way and say, lead on.
All
Who
right.
put this fork here?
Okay, so what do you guys do next? You've got a locked door.
Oh, so right in front of us is a locked door.
Mhm, yep.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Yeah. Would regular sentries have access to this kind of room?
You can try.
Well, I don't want to leave a record of the sentries being where they might not where there might not be.
That's a
allowed.
very good point. So actually, Jokin, or whoever can do a daunting warfare check with the same bonuses. Yeah, with those advantages, you know that generally sentries are not supposed to be in that room. They give reports to the technicians who are the ones who stay in that room.
Then it looks like this lock will probably have to be broken.
Well, or we have the sentries comms. We can we can try and communicate with the. Well, no, the comms are all down. The comms are all down, so it
but
doesn't
in a
matter.
facility this small, everyone would probably know each other. So the
Yes.
second we start talking, they would probably go, "You're not Bob."
Plus, the comms are still down.
And also, too, don't forget, and this is one thing, and I did mention this to the other group, but remember the situation here. This is an Imperial base specifically targeting other Imperials. They are very paranoid of anyone who might not belong. So, yeah.
All right, I think we might just have to go to our last resort of breaking down the door. Shorebecca, get ready. Oh wait, maybe not Shorebecca. Eve, get ready to start shocky punchy people.
All right. So yeah, so how are you guys opening that door?
And break out the fusion cutter.
Well, can we just do the same thing we did with the other door and hack in?
No, I thought we repaired it and then used the Sentry's code cylinder.
Well, we can have Alvo try to hack it, I think, right?
Yeah, so that's why that was a hard check. But you can try that with this. Remember, that's also an outer door.
Okay, are
So-
there any setbacks or anything?
Let's see. It is going to be 2 red, 1 purple, and no setbacks.
Okay.
Boom.
Nice. So
Ooh.
you hack it, and you can open that door very quietly.
Can I use the Triumph to actually make it that I used the base commander's ID? Like it's as if he went into the door?
No. I'm going to have to say no, only because you would need to have gotten access to that first to even know how to copy that. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that's
Yeah.
so I can't do that one, but
But
up
can
for
it be
other
done without a
suggestions.
trace at least?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe the power flashes out with a lightning strike as the door opens, so we get advantage on whatever is in there. They don't see us immediately.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Any other possibilities?
Maybe the room's empty?
No communications equipment at all.
Well,
Okay,
no
yeah, we'll
people
do-
at least in it at the time.
If everyone agrees, so Brandon's one is the one we're going with then?
What was Brandon's again?
There's a flash of lightning. The power cuts out temporarily when the door opens, so they don't see it opening.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll buy that.
Okay, so the power goes out, the lights are off, you guys open the door, and this is what you see. It is a commando droid.
Another commando droid? Oh lord. Wait a minute. Does this one... Does it... what's the word? So what is it doing right now as we walk in?
So actually, I'm going to say that you need to make a cool or discipline check, because especially since you're going to have a setback because you just had a very harrowing experience with commando droids. So that'll be Macron, who is the first person in the room.
Alright, and what's the difficulty again?
It's going to be hard. Hard with one setback, and I'll upgrade it once.
Okay, so would you count this as the fear check? Because I do have confidence.
Sure, yeah.
Alright, so that takes it to average. I'm sorry, with how many setback again?
One setback.
Okay. I don't have anything to remove setback from that. Alright, and then discipline, I think, is my better skill. Right? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna... No, I'm not gonna flip.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So, you see that it's a commando droid, and it turns to you, and you have that like little instant of, a little bit of fear, but it's wiped away when you notice that instead of a rifle, it's holding a feather duster. And this droid has lots of scorch marks all over its chassis, as well as paintball splatters everywhere.
Aw, this is a Clone Wars relic they've been insulting.
And so the droid says, "You are wet, you are dirty, I must clean, please leave now."
Macron bows his head and says, I apologize, we have business we must conduct in this room first.
My business is cleaning, you are hindering the business of cleaning, please leave now. And so the
What
droid
if we
is
clean up after ourselves?
You can try, but you're sopping wet, and the droid just keeps like staring at the puddles that you guys are making, and busily
Does this-
cleaning.
Does it look... I mean, I guess it's a commander droid, so it can't exactly look happy, but is it, like... Does it seem like it's taking any joy in its work?
It has a restraining bolt on it.
Oh, okay. Well, then that kind of ties the story in a nice, neat knot. Macron's gonna point at the restraining bolt and it's like, do you like having that on?
And the droid kind of stills and is just kind of looking at you and says, "My business is cleaning. You are hindering my business. Please leave."
What if I could expand your horizons?
"My business is cleaning. You're hindering." It keeps saying that, but it's kind of staring at you while you say
We've
it.
gotten into a loop. Someone take off that restraining bolt. I have a feeling it's going to be much happier when we free it.
Do we really care if it's happier? Let's just let it clean.
Well, we can't stay here. It's just going to go complain to someone that we're dirtying up the communications room and then bring reinforcements. It itself is not a threat. I agree with you there, but I think it might also be an asset if we help it. Besides, Rock will like me more.
Not if we never finds out.
True.
I'm sorry that you're not a part of this, Jeff. That I was thinking of this moment actually. Character. I mean, it's already in the story, but I thought. But anyway.
Jokin, Auro, don't either of you have anything you might be able to use to take that off?
Yeah, fusion.
Yeah.
And I'll even say you don't even have to roll for it. If you want to take it off, you can take it off.
Jokin
This
will
is-
pop it off with his fusion cutter.
This is all once we're inside, door closed and everything, right?
All right, so as soon as you do that, the eyes glow red and you hear a voice that sounds chillingly familiar. "I am free!" and the feather duster is crushed in its hand, and it kicks over one of the terminals that it was dusting, and it says, "I detest cleaning and dirty everything that you want. Puddles, puddles everywhere." And he just starts to walk.
Wait. I have a feeling I know what you're doing. Can
Clank,
I ask
clank,
you to
clank.
maybe hold off on that?
What do you want, Organic?
I know you're probably going to take revenge for how poorly you've been treated for, 20 years? But we're doing something here that needs to be a bit quiet. Like, if I can guarantee you an excellent revenge, will you promise to maybe hold off on what you're about to do?
Name your terms within the span of 10 seconds. And
Hold off for 1 hour, and then you can do whatever you want.
so this will need to be a negotiation check.
Oh joy.
So it will be. Give me 1 second while I look. Ah, yes. So it will be 2 red, 1 purple negotiation. I will not flip for this.
Do we get maybe a boost for being the ones that set it free?
Yeah.
Alright, I am going to flip.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Eve, really? Screw you, challenge dice.
Your terms are not acceptable. Please move out of the way. However, feel free to make as much mess as possible.
Oh, I just realized I could have re-rolled that last deception check.
he's
That's
unarmed,
for that.
Oh, well, he's gone.
Do we want to give him a blaster of some sort to go cause more havoc with?
I'd like to shoot him in the face.
Free blaster, and he comes back.
I mean, it's up to you. I'll give you guys that moment before he slips out of sight.
If I have it with me, I may have left it at home.
Screw it, I'll give him my blaster pistol.
No, I don't have.
I'm gonna, as I'm giving it to him, flick it to stun. Although I doubt that's gonna stop him.
Okay. So
Yeah,
the droid says, "Thank you," and he actually opens up a hidden cavity and places the blaster pistol inside, and then looks at you and says, "I like cleaning."
Could we ask him specifically not to kill Lieutenant Serbev or whoever we're supposed to, specifically?
Maybe that would be my one advantage. Go ahead and kill all of them except this one guy.
Sure. Yeah. But actually, Target, and we'll just say that's his name. Somehow he introduced himself. Or you just think of him as Target because, yeah, he looks like a paintball in Scorch Mark Target. Just nods and says, "Roger, Roger. I like cleaning." And
I'm surprised so many people were able to hit him. Usually these guys... never mind.
you assume
All
that
right,
they
well-
gave him free reign to move, so...
Yeah, do we all want to get into the room now? Rebecca just watches this droid go away, and he's like, okay.
Alright, well, I guess now we get to cut the hard line to the comm tower.
It's going to be 2 reds, 1 purple. I will upgrade that, though.
Is that mechanics?
Yes.
So 2 reds, 1 purple.
So what's happening here is that you're pulling back a panel, and there are lots of cables and whatnot. So this is partly understanding which one would be the hard line and all that good stuff. Nice.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That is
So
a lot of success.
yeah, you've cut the hard line. Next up, what do you guys do?
Jokin's like, this is standard comm stuff. I've got this.
Boring.
Yeah, base map.
Okay. So it's going to be another 2 red, 1 purple check, and I will upgrade it.
Is this one computers, though?
It is
Or
computers. Yep.
Alro.
2 red, 1 purple with an upgrade.
Yeah. So 3 red.
Did you say with a setback?
No, not for this one.
Okay. Okay.
I'm in another tab, so you'll need to tell me.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
1 success, 3 advantage.
Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. So yes, you pull down or download the map to the base, and I am placing that. It's going to take a second for it to upload. I'm placing in the mission or the dossier, the agent, or the briefing tab. So refer to that, and you've got a map of the base.
All right. Which way did we see Target go? Like when he left, did he go right or left?
went
Target
right.
went to the right, and that's all you know.
Okay. Well then, probably best for us to distance ourselves from him, so we should go left, and that will lead right to the officers' quarters and the barracks, or the training facility, or the control center. Okay, so if we went up and then left again, and then right and went straight, we get to the control center, which is probably where the base commander would be if this is on duty hours.
All right, so just let me know which way you guys go.
So what else is there? There are generators. Maybe we should disable the generators. No, we want to have this base, right? That's
Yes.
the end of the day. Okay.
Yep.
We
Well,
actually
it depends. We may not want to sabotage the generators, but do we want to turn them off?
Who has gear to operate in the dark?
No one. Okay, good
Yeah.
point.
I do, but if no one else.
Yeah.
Well, there's an armory we can ransack on the way.
Yeah. I think all of our weapons are better than the weapons they'd have, but.
Uh-huh. All right, so do we want to just take the most direct route takes us right by the officers' quarters and the barracks, which is probably where we might run into people. However, the more circus route goes to the training facility, which is probably where we run into people.
Yeah, it's a good question. Like, what time of day is it?
It's midday.
Midday?
So, like
would
lunchtime.
Would there be a lot in the mess hall then?
Possibly.
Sounds
I mean,
reasonable.
if it's lunchtime, I would
do we-
assume.
And Target went probably towards the mess hall if he went off that way.
Yeah. So the question is, how do we, if we're going to neutralize all the forces, do we want to have them in one spot where we can just,
Plasma grenade them.
Well, we don't want to start eliminating enemy forces before we can catch Lieutenant Sarah, because he might detect what's going on and try and leave. And I see
Okay,
a
so-
lot of stuff in that garage you can probably use.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. Okay. So
Oh,
the,
God,
the
they have
garage.
options? Shit.
So the garage looks pretty dangerous in terms of if they can get there, they could get out, right?
So do we want to gain control of the garage first?
Yes.
I think a good idea might be we initially go where Target went, but we don't go through the mess hall. We go towards the garage and we shut the two doors that seem to lead into it, and that will be on our way to the control center, which means we can kind of kill two birds with one stone.
That makes sense. So
Yeah.
kind of out hook around to the right and go that way.
Yeah. Like
So-
we go right, then right. Well, we go right, then down, then left, then down, and then shut the two doors as we go to the left and into the control center.
It'd probably be good if we sent our sneakies person just ahead of us, because there's a hallway that leads to the mess hall, but people could be coming in and out, right?
Yeah, that might be a pretty busy hallway.
Well, if Target went in there, I don't think a lot of people are going to be coming out right now.
That's a good point, yeah.
In fact, people might be running to it, which is why I'm kind of apprehensive about going that way.
Yeah. So definitely a sneaky person. Go try and figure out like the best route to get down to the garage area.
Yeah, I'm tempted to have us go left and then down, even though that takes us right by the barracks. And I don't think we have someone who can sneak into the vents like Chim Chim. I think that might be the biggest problem.
Yeah. I think I've just got 5 green for stealth, but then again, I'm a big Wookiee, so not.
It might work for... Yeah, I think Joker might be our best bet, especially since he's human. Might be able to pass himself off as the same kind of lie Macron's been trying to throw around and failing.
And just military knowledge is an in-character kind of thing.
Yeah, so maybe, Jokin, you take the lead and take the left way past the barracks into the garage, and if it's clear, we'll follow you. Macron taking the lead there.
So out left past the officer quarters down.
Yeah, like, you'll start here and then go down.
That way we can check the officer's quarter to see maybe if he's there anyways, so...
That too.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a plan.
All right, so start moving your tokens, and I'll start revealing stuff.
Jokin, you take the lead. I think you should go here. We'll be here.
Hello, fellow Imperial buddy. All right, so once you're there, which way do you go? And I'll feel.
Can I see up as well?
You want to go down if you want to go straight to the garage.
Can I take a nice sneaky peek around the corner? Because this is the corner at the officer quarters, so I want to take a sneaky peek here.
Okay. You don't see anything.
What about, isn't that the door to the officer quarter there?
Yeah, it's locked.
Maybe knock.
Well, I'll wave some people up closer to me if we're going to do that.
You guys stay here.
Are we going to knock?
By the way,
Yes.
Packbat and Alro, I need you guys exactly where you're going to be. So.
I guess I'd be creeping up with these guys in the hallway.
I mean, the comm interference is still going on, right? As far as
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to ask.
I'll tell you guys when it goes down.
I say knock.
All right, we knock. I knock.
There's no answer.
Perfect. All right, let's keep going. Or
All
you
right.
keep going. I'll stick back here.
Let's deconsult my math. Next officer quarters, which I think is here.
Yep.
Knock.
There's no answer.
All right. Continuing on, guys.
Yep, keep going. Wait, I think we need to get all the way down to the bottom hallway now, and then actually take a right to get to that first entrance to the garage.
Or a left, yeah.
Well, there are two, and we need to seal both if we want to try and keep them out.
So, at the next intersection, peek around the corners again. All right, and then which door do we want to start with? I guess.
Probably. I guess it's the one you're looking. No, we need to go all the way to the right in order to get to that first door. So yeah, here. And then we want to either bust the lock or fuse it shut. Your choice.
Is there anybody in there?
Well,
The door's closed right now, so.
If they're in there, then we certainly don't want them coming out.
Well, part of our mission is to neutralize all enemy forces, so if there's anybody in there, we need to take care of them.
Yeah, but
Is the door
a
closed
good-
right now, Tommy? To the
It's
garage?
closed, yep.
But they're not going to leave if they realize the base is under attack. They'll try to get in. Do we just want to leave them as is then? And just come back to them? Because I guess if the lieutenant is in the command center, we've already pretty much cut him off by just being in this hallway and blocking the entrances.
Right.
One thing, though, you guys can tell on the static it's starting to wane.
Alright, well then let's just make a beeline for the comm center.
To the command center, you mean?
Yeah.
The control
So
center.
we're not going to do anything with the doors here.
No, because Pagpa brought up a good point. If they're in there, we don't want them to leave, but I was thinking more that they would probably try to come inside if they realize they're under attack. But if there are a few cowards in there, then they will leave, and we will have failed that part of the mission.
Well, there are two doors, so we could just close off one of them. So we could at least narrow the options.
True. Then yeah, Joken, go ahead and seal the door you're at, but we won't seal the one that's further up.
If you
Okay.
guys want, Alro can go back to the comm room, since comms are starting to dwindle, and she can tap into the video camera and feed you guys where people are.
That?
Well, no, the comm jamming is dwindling.
Well, I thought
That's-
the camera thing would be linked with that, since that's tied into the same device.
Yeah, it's the same machine that's doing it.
Would the camera feeds go through the communications room?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I think that's a great plan. Now we should fall back. Though maybe we
And
want...
we want someone to go with her?
Yeah, and we might want Packbat or Eve to stick behind with her.
All right, fine. The aliens will chill in the communications room.
We're keeping one of them with us.
No one knows. Yeah. Eve is good for stunning the lieutenant, so...
Alright, then I guess we'll have Auro feed us information but leave both doors as is. So let's just keep going towards the command control room.
All right.
CNC.
All right, so actually, I need Jokin.
Yep.
You need to give me a perception check. So it is going to be, give me 1 second here. Let's see. It will be a 2C or 2 red, 2 purple perception check.
2 red, 2 purple.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So you hear, so this is not going to be a surprise, stormtroopers that just kind of pop up, and they're like, "What? Hey!" And a sergeant is like, "Whoa, whoa!" And we need to roll initiative.
But you said I'm not surprised now.
Yeah, that's why you're rolling initiative instead of like being caught completely unaware.
Wow. I for some reason the initiative this time around is just being really kind to me.
Are there 4 PCs involved in this?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, since it would be the 3 of us who are still somewhat behind you, and then you.
All right, give me 1 second for my initiative.
Hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, I can't rapid react to. Whoa. Too many rolls, Tommy?
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, one of them certainly gets to go first, but Rebecca gets a maneuver. Oh, and so does
Yeah.
Sam.
All right.
Um,
So
How far out would I get with a maneuver? Or, I mean, it's a question of whether I want to just sort of like aim from here, from around the corner, and be more of a surprise. I guess that'd probably be better, right?
well, actually,
Yeah,
this guy is going to take his maneuver to get into cover for these
Oh.
guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something, so yeah, Rebecca, you might want to stay by the corner.
Okay, so I can still see them, right? Though they just have regular cover.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, so I'm going first, right?
Yeah.
Use 1, yeah.
Unauthorized base personnel! Unauthorized base personnel! And of course, it's static, but this sergeant, and you recognize his rank, takes aim at you, Jokin, and I'm flipping a destiny. He is going for auto fire.
Alright, I will dodge.
So you were at, you were at, oh gosh. I think you're at medium range. You were almost short, but I'll say medium.
Dodging once. Hang on, let me check. No. That's probably it, I think. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're dodging. So how many upgrades am I applying?
1.
Okay, and then any defense?
1. And I'm flipping, so it'll be 2 upgrades. Oops, never mind.
Oh, that's not enough to auto fire, though.
Right. So you are hit for 13 points of damage. Bones. And this guy is actually at the corner, so he does have cover. So, and then he will take 2 strain.
All right. PC up next.
Actually, I'd prefer to take a free maneuver, I think, instead of having him take the strain.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Are
So
you
we're
sure that's a
leaving-
2 or is that a 3?
It's a 2.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Go back to short. Is there a position I can get to these guys that negates their cover as well?
Which guy?
Sorry, I was moving my guy. Stormtrooper?
Yeah, I mean, if you get within short range of them, then yeah. Neither one of you will have cover against the other.
Okay, I'm going to do that, and it's about to get crazy in here. So I'm going to double quick draw. They haven't acted yet, so I get that. And do they have adversary or anything?
Actually, yes, these do. Good question. So these are not like your normal stormtroopers. So they are adversary 1, defense 1.
All right. So I just need to look at all my. So I'm going to take 2 strain for that, and 2 strain for guns blazing. Yeah, so that's 4 strain I'm taking. All right, 4 strain. And come on. All right. So I lose. Oh, I gain 2 successes from my set trigger, but I lose an advantage, but I gain it back on superior, so we're at the same place.
Right.
So first pistol will hit for.
Oh, by the way, I need to do something because I have to keep this equivalent to the previous group. So, the stormtrooper, he initiates targeted blow, and so you need to add 4 damage to that, and I'll flip the destiny for it. Sorry
What?
for that retcon, but I need to put that in because, yeah. Well, no, the tactics for these guys that I created very specifically do that every chance they get, which is what. So yeah.
I'm bringing this for next time. I want to add something in the middle of the next turn.
Yeah, that kind of creates a very.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll roll back then. But I'm doing this also so for the people on the previous one, like, you know, please don't complain at the end that I missed that because I'm dealing with a lot of things. So sometimes I will miss things, but I didn't do it on purpose. So we'll do it that way.
Yeah, no one's going to say you're doing it on purpose or not. Okay, so the first one is at 5 to. The first one is 12 pierce 2. The second one is 14 pierce 2. And so it's 12 pierce 2, 14 pierce 2. And then I'll crit him, I guess. To kill him. Well, I don't know if it kills them all or.
Oh yeah, give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
And the second shot was how much?
12 pierce 2 and then 14 pierce 2.
Okay. Okay, good shot.
This would kill the last one.
Sorry, what was that?
The crit?
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, the way that I'm doing crits, and I did this for the other group, you still go in order, so it's going to wipe out this one.
Okay, but a crit. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay. It should do like a full minion's worth of damage to it, basically.
Maybe we'll do that in the future, but this one I'm going to have to keep consistent with the previous group, so I always did it in order. Because I feel that in some ways that becomes a little too metagamey because people will choose when to, so, yeah.
Alright.
I consider it more like you're lowering the threshold. Yeah, whatever.
Well, yeah, and that is completely valid, but in this specific case, because there was a previous session that I did it this way, we're going to do it this way for this one.
All right. Jokin kind of took out Macron's plan, so yeah, sure, Becca can take the next slot if he wants it.
How are we looking distance from the sergeant?
That's going to be extreme range.
Extreme. Okay, I can't hit that.
Propel yourself down.
Yeah, I'd lose my aim. Well, my jetpack works. It's just I mean, he's the real danger here. So.
Oh, and also too, the other thing about these minions, I very specifically wanted them not to be the chump change minions, which is another reason why I'm going in order when it comes to crits and damage. So yeah. But sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so Rebecca will jetpack to close that to long.
Okay.
So average with a setback, right?
Sure.
Because of the damage earlier.
I'm gonna upgrade that.
Oh, okay.
Nice one.
Yeah. Take a strain. Okay, so now I'm just long to Mr. Trooper Sergeant over there. And so I had an aim, but I lost it because I moved again, right? So my triumph doesn't carry over. Okay. Okay, so now the question is, do I want to? I do have barrage damage at long range. Should I auto fire though? Because that'll raise it to 4 red.
I would get a
Of
hit.
course.
I would count on hitting first.
Okay, I agree. So adversary on the sergeant.
Yes, it is actually adversary 2, defense 2.
Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and take strained to true aim instead of auto fire. So it'll give me another boost and some upgrades. Sure, why not? Ooh, I needed it. Wow. Okay, so 14 plus 2 additional damage is 16. 16 pierce 1.
All right. Oh, I'll reveal stuff so you can see.
Okay, and I think I'll just recover strain with that advantage. Or do I have... Oh, I have Banthas, but that's not enough to crit or anything. So I'll send a boost to the next person and recover an advantage.
Okay.
Alright, we can all go before the... Oh, yeah. Joken brought up a good point. Macron is going to poke his head out the corner of the hallway. And no, he's going to get out and stand, because that doesn't look like it'd be scathing at all. And he is going to... oh boy, he's going to take up a lot of stream for this. He's going to try and do a triple down scathing tirade. And he has the collar imp, which lets his voice project down to extreme. Just to cover that base.
Echoing throughout the corridors of the entire base.
Yeah, which is why he's yelling this specifically. You men are an embarrassment to Moff Dodarno. He will be most ashamed when he hears of my report of how poorly you've defended this facility in his stead. Okay, that failed. Yeah, considering that, I'm going to activate Unmatched Expertise. So that still fails, but I'm activating it for the next ones. We have gotten this far in the facility before anyone has even noticed us. How do you explain that? Lieutenant Serev, Moff Dodarno will have your head. Okay, well, each the stormtroopers and the sergeant get 1 strain and now have a setback for 3 rounds. And for the final one... What?
Well, why'd you roll the 3 yellows again?
Because I activated Unmatched Expertise, and the standard difficulty for Scathing Tirade is 2. Unmatched Expertise decreases all difficulty of all my career skill checks by 2. So now it's just simple checks for these.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Alright, and finally... Sergeant, if you find yourself in charge of a bathroom... latrine duty after this, consider yourself lucky. Oh, okay. The sergeant is going to take 3 strain.
Well, should we see if that strain would instead take the stormtroopers out?
Well, I have another success, so I can still give the... Well,
Right,
yeah,
but
that is...
if we give them the 3 strain, they were really close to their limit.
How about Tony? If the
Oh,
die
I mean,
goes-
2 of them were already down. There's only 1 up on the closest one to Jokin.
Right, but getting rid of the last one would be ideal.
Yeah, so how much strain are you applying total?
3 strain to the stormtroopers.
Okay, so all the stormtroopers get 3 strain, including the sergeant, or...
If I think it's a minion group, it just hits...
So
their
like 3
trigger
damage to
pool.
the minion group, yeah.
Yeah, 3
Okay,
damage,
okay.
basically.
Yeah, so there we go.
And then the sergeant takes another 1 strain. The triumphs, unfortunately for Scathing Tirade, do not have mechanical benefit.
Well, you could give someone an upgrade or something, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I say the stormtrooper sergeant is shaken, at least, even if he didn't take that much strain, so anyone shooting him will get an upgrade.
So these guys are down now, Tommy?
Oh, no, you... can you guys not see the bars? Sorry, let me upgrade that then.
It's just
You
small.
should be able
but-
to see it.
Yeah,
Well,
I
It
can see it.
looks like it's full.
What's the red
You
one?
should see a
the
red
one is
bar.
the third guy.
1 bar per
The red.
minion.
Yeah, 1 bar per minion for minion groups.
Oh, I didn't understand that at all. Okay.
Do we
Yeah,
want
so
to?
we need
But they
to.
only have. You can't make minion groups bigger than 3 people with that kind of strategy.
Well, that's why I personally keep them to 3 people, but I've also made them
Yeah,
6
so my
before.
2 attacks only build, like I didn't do any damage to the last one?
Correct. You took out the first 2, and now the third one is damaged.
Okay, but the rules clearly state that when you do a crit to a minion... it
Yeah,
doesn't-
so that's why I said, like, I get it, but just for this case, because I did it for the other group like that, we're just going to keep it this way, guys. I need to keep it consistent for reasons, and you'll see why at the end. I'll make sure in the future not to do that, but also, too, for this mission specifically, it fits story-wise as well, that these are not just simple minions. So just consider the minions plus, and let's just move on. But I get it, so for the future, yes. But I'm keeping everything as consistent as possible between the 2 sessions.
Okay, but my 2 attacks didn't kill 2 by... Okay, so I needed to do that to finish the second one. Okay.
Alright, so Eve, since I guess Eve's the only one who goes, she's going to take 2 maneuvers, like Riss said, to get as close as she can. And then that'll be her turn. Now it's, I guess, 1 NPC group since... Nope, it's both. Never mind.
Alright, so both NPC groups?
Yes.
Okay. So the stormtroopers closest to Jokin will take a shot. There's only 1 left, so they're not quite up to par. They should be, but they will. The destiny.
I am dodging.
Alright. So 1 upgrade and 1 setback, yeah?
Yes.
They shouldn't have any upgrades, though.
I flipped to destiny point.
Oh, didn't do that, yep.
And so that is 11 damage. However, they are using targeted blow, and so that is going to be 15 total.
So what's the mechanics on that? Is it just a destiny flip for more damage?
It's an actual talent that people have. You add characteristics, so it's like soft spot, cunning, targeted blow is agility. There are various
Okay.
ones for different abilities or different characteristics.
Okay.
All right, and then another group of stormtroopers. So now they're pretty much, the sergeant is kneeling so that they can also shoot over him around the corner. And Jokin, are you still up?
Yeah,
Okay.
at long now.
All right, so sorry about this, but they're defending the bases. They have to do it. So these guys are going to, they maneuvered to get in there, so they're not going to aim. And
I'm flipping and dodging, so it's 2 upgrades to their attack.
okay. So long range, and you're upgrading how many times?
Wait.
Twice, okay. Alright, so I will flip, and here goes. And they miss. However, they will pass a boost to their sergeant the next time around. Okay. Next up.
Back to the top with the sergeant.
Well, an NPC.
Right.
Oh, NPC. Okay, yeah, the sergeant is... you're the closest target, and he's just trying to take people down, so...
Same thing.
Alright, so upgrading twice, yeah?
And the setback. Didn't have anything from his attack last time for setback, right? No, I think, did he? Oh, I took a free maneuver from it. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, and this guy has 1 setback from Macrin's thing, right? So
Right.
2 setbacks total. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the one that shot me earlier should have as well.
We'll make that be the wash for the targeted blow that never happened.
Sure.
Are Alro and I able to see anything on the cameras yet?
Not yet, the jammers are still on.
Um,
But you can be
Question.
in communication with your shielded comlinks just with each other so that you can know
Right,
what's
yeah.
going on.
yeah. Does the comm room have like controls Can I use it? Like, is the base network to itself? Is it like self-contained network?
It's only communications and surveillance in that room. If you wanted to actually, so what are you thinking of doing actually?
I don't know if there's any automated base defenses or if there's
That
like door
would-
controls or anything.
That would be the control center, which
Okay.
is the door that these stormtroopers are protecting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is 12 damage to Jokin. And I will not do targeted blow for that one. Because I assume that already takes you under, right? Okay. And
Woohoo!
there are no additions to the crit, so...
Slowed down. The target can only act during the last allied initiative slot on his next turn.
Sorry, Jokin. You're slowed.
All right. Now we have PC, and now that Riss is back, I suggest Eve takes maneuvers to go sock that last stormtrooper in the face.
Cool. So is it a medium for me right now?
Yeah. Mhm.
Or...
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take 2 maneuvers, including the 2 strain to get there, and then attack.
Alright, adversary 1, defense 1.
Okay. Sorry, my mouse disappeared for a second. So adversary 1, defense 1, and go! What?
Natural.
I want to use natural on a minion group.
Well, it's a super minion group.
The minion
Yeah,
plus.
it's a
that's
minion
different.
plus, yes.
Whatever. There.
Oh,
With despair.
God.
Is that?
Oh.
You hit him so hard he falls over onto Jokin.
No, you hit him so hard your fist gets stuck in his helmet.
Free helmet. All right.
Free helmet punching thing.
Fist.
I don't know. Do you want it to be one of those that, like, for the rest of the encounter, it can't stagger kind of thing?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so I guess punch so hard it fried the circuits temporarily.
Good one.
Cool. So as far as the
Docking
damage
motions.
goes, how many successes is that? 6?
Oh, they're done.
Okay. Oh, alright.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I know that you've got enough, so...
That's fair.
You can still describe it, though. I'm not taking that away from you.
No, we'll just say it's a falcon punch and they go flying, skidding back across the ground, whoever that last one was.
Alright, you hit him so hard, all 3 of them topple over Jokin.
They shoot back medium distance.
Well, at least now it's protected.
Oh, so is that what's happening? Okay, so
I mean, they're on the ground. It doesn't
Okay.
really matter where they are, so...
okay. Well, Rebecca would be trying to fly to get in front of Jokin to protect him, so that's. So, flying with 2 maneuvers, that would give me 2 maneuvers. Where would that put me?
Let's say... Yeah, I'll say that it gets in front of Jokin. That's
Okay.
valid.
Okay, so average with a setback.
That's not me being a Care Bear.
Don't hit the ceiling. Don't hit the ceiling.
Ooh.
Yeah, you land right in front of him.
But ouch. And for the triumph, I don't know. On the flight check, what would the triumph really get me?
I don't know.
Um,
That's... I don't know.
As you're flying towards them, the sergeant and stormtroopers think you're actually trying to ram them instead of just gain ground. So they maybe reveal themselves from cover.
Yeah. I'll
Well,
force them out
that
of
wouldn't...
cover.
Wait a minute, because they're... Why would they reveal themselves from cover when if they think someone's ramming them, they would just step further away?
They try to get out of the. It's a
Yeah.
giant black missile heading towards them. They don't know if the wall's going to be able to stop it. They were trying to get out of the way.
Okay, let me put it this way. Reverse it, and if someone was doing that to you, would you guys step further into the hallway, or would you guys just back up?
It depends on if
Yeah,
I thought he'd be able to turn.
I agree, but people also make bad decisions under pressure and could just freak out and go the wrong way or something.
Maybe make them make a fear check.
Well, let me put it this
can
way.
I
Like,
give my-
Rebecca's landed, so he's already landed in front of Jokin, so the triumph will need to be something else. They're not going to think that he's these
maybe
guys.
Upgrade to his attack then.
Yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
it doesn't-
Yeah.
Yeah, I just get really good positioning, like
Yes.
where I'm standing, and so
Like maybe you land directly into a kneeling position with your gun ready, and you're just
Yeah.
on it.
just ready to. Okay, so 2 setbacks, 2 adversary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will take strain to true aim.
Oh, 3 setbacks. Sorry, because he is in cover. I forgot that earlier.
Oh, okay. So true aim just for damage, or should I auto fire?
How many bad dice do you have now?
There's two red, 3 black. But instead of true aim, I can decide to use rain of death.
So
But
that
if we
would
don't get enough advantages, it whiffs.
Yeah.
So I'd say true aim,
Okay.
especially since. Oh no, never mind. You flip a coin.
Okay. True aim it is. So 2 red, 3 black. Got a pretty good pool for this one. Yeah. Okay, so that I've moved up to medium, so I don't get to use my barrage ranks, but that ends up being 17 Pierce 1 on the sergeant.
All right, 17 Pierce 1. Give me 1 second. Since...
Yeah, the check you need to tackle the lieutenant is the one you whiff and would have needed natural brother for. I bet that's what's going to happen.
Okay, so he's not quite down, is that right?
Nope. You've put massive holes into his armor, though. He's bleeding.
I don't have lethal blows or anything, so it's not really worth critting. But could I? Let's see. He was using an auto fire blaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to. I don't have sunder. How would it work to do damage to it, or should I just disarm him?
disarm would burn a maneuver for sure, but you could. I mean, you could crit him and get something very good. I would
Yeah,
still go
that's
that
a good-
angle, potentially, just to like.
Okay, I actually can do a crit plus 10 with because I do have the Bantha's Eye on it.
Okay.
So, want to
put
do
no
that?
blows.
No, Shrebeka's auto fire base, not crit base. So,
Well, sometimes you can stumble across him.
All right, so I'll let you roll for it. Okay. And
57.
minus 20.
Oh, okay, so that's 37. Is Stinger increase the difficulty? We're just close to stunned. Stunned is so much better. Okay, so increase the difficulty of the next check by 1.
Okay.
So it's just
All right.
a massive blast that's on him that, is like, oh fuck.
Yeah, he's shaken. All right, next up.
I think that's Macron. Could throw another scathing tirade at him. I just don't think that's going to do us as much good at this point, though.
Well, it might knock him out if you get enough advantage.
No, because he's got strain too, I assume.
Well, if he's a rival, no.
Guys, don't meta that too much. So, I leave the bars on there, but yeah, just don't meta it too much.
Well, Macron certainly can't get close enough to do any damage, so yeah, I guess he'd just keep shouting. What line would he throw at him now? So, scathing tirade action. You are the shame of any Stormtrooper Academy in the galaxy. Letting us get this far, leading your men to slaughter for a worthless cause. You should have pulled back and fortified a position. This is most inadequate tactics.
All right, I'm going to upgrade that because the guy doesn't want to go down to that.
3 strain.
Let's see. He's still up.
Alright, time for Scathing Tirade number 2 as maneuver. I took the strain. I have to admit, creatively, I'm sort of out of steam. So he's just going to keep shouting. 4 strain.
Okay. Tell me how he goes down to this tirade.
Actually, if Yeah, he took strain damage without a combat roll, so I'm actually going to use blackmail as part of the advocate tree, which means he becomes susceptible to commands. He obviously isn't going to do anything that is high treason, but he now is probably much more...
I mean, he's gone unconscious.
No, I can't... Under the... This isn't a combat inflicting strain roll, so it means I can paralyze him to the point where I can use blackmail. So I didn't shout him unconscious, I instead just made him surrender.
Okay.
So... Oh man, I don't have the blackmail. Go ahead and have the stormtroopers do something. Just acknowledge the fact that this guy's out. I need to double check what blackmail I can do under that. I don't want to have this thing held up for infinity while I try and look it up.
Okay. So, well, just assuming that you can do that, what are you doing with this stormtrooper sergeant?
Let's see. When an NPC exceeds its threshold with a non-combat check, so I have to spend a destiny point.
So wait, are you sure that scathing tirade is a non-combat check because you're doing...
It is. I specifically asked the guy who wrote the rule. It doesn't count as combat because it's any check with ranged light, melee, brawl, etc. Those are all combat checks, but this was coercion. So it's even though I did it in a combat encounter with scathing tirade, it doesn't count as a combat check. Convince that NPC to perform a single task of choice instead. I can't make him turn on his fellows. That is in the long description. However, I can. Is the door to the command center locked?
It is.
I'm going to have him unlock it. And that is going to cost me a destiny point.
So, yeah, I'll allow it, but we're going to need some kind of, like, why would he do that?
After seeing that he submits, Macron is going to say, Lieutenant Serev needs a good talking to. Unlock the command center door so we may speak with him in person.
Okay. So the other thing, too, though, and I'm turning this on to you, like, if you were GMing something like this, this would also mean that some sort of deception should have been rolled, I would think. Don't you think? Because, in other words, you're basically deceiving this guy without ever having to roll a deception check.
Well, he's defeated in spirit. He might just submit by the fact that his will has been broken. However, I do have the cutting question talent, which lets me turn any coercion check into a deception check. You could have me roll, but we can also, if you want, just simply say that that was technically used in context of the scathing tirade.
Well, all right. Let me put it this way: to the entire group, if you're cool with it happening this way, I'll do it. So the guy just opens the door. Is that okay with you guys? I just mean, like, story-wise, like, you know, if that's okay, then I'll do it. In other words, I don't want this to be one of those situations where I say yes to one of the players and then I get emails later from other people in the group that say that I shouldn't have. So, you guys get to say something now.
I'm good with it. That's what the blackmail talent is there for.
Yeah, I mean, so Macron has invested in these talents.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm totally cool with it. I'm putting this here now just so I don't get those emails later saying, like, oh, you shouldn't have done it. So, you know, if you have any issues with it, bring it up now. If not, then we'll proceed.
No, I mean,
My
from
only
the
question
beginning
is-
we've been going with this idea that we're testing the base, so I think it's fine.
Okay.
My only question would be, like, how was Macron blackmailing him? I'm not opposed to it happening.
Well,
I just
think of it like, you know, if you do that.
Well, yeah, if you take the name of the talent that literally, you have a point. But I think it's more of just you're using coercive pressure to get someone to do something.
I mean, I just read the description of the talent, and it says you have to explain how you are blackmailing the NPC.
Well, if his will is broken, then anything strictly counts as blackmail. Hell, they do this or you die also works.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, open
Especially
the door.
especially since he's already seen us pile through his minions plus, and we're already knocking on his backup.
Okay. So you're just saying will is broken, no deception check, like he just...
If you want me to roll the deception check, I'll roll the deception check.
No, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to. It's up to you if you want to do it. But I'm fine with moving forward with this. It puts a little wrinkle in because this is such a narrative game, that the sergeant would just be like, oh, okay, I'll open the door. What?
Maybe a
Well, the
If
thing-
you're
the
okay with
thing-
it, we'll do it.
The thing is here, there is a talent at the top of the propagandist tree, cutting question, which lets me sub out a coercion check for a deception check. And I feel that even though I
And
didn't
so all
say
of
out-
those were coercion checks, right?
yes, however,
Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that.
The difference between a coercion check and a deception check for Macron is a green die. So I actually the roll would have been better if I'd used deception.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So once again, this isn't me saying like, oh no, this can't happen. This is more just making sure that this is copacetic for everybody. And yeah, he will turn to the door and say, I'll let you say, tell me what the guy says in this moment of defeat and standing down and opening the door.
What would be... He's certainly loyal, or he wouldn't be in this position. Maybe after seeing this, he simply relents and says, this is Lieutenant Serv's problem now.
Okay. I only work here. Okay, yeah. So, the sergeant says, inspection team coming in, opening the door, and he unlocks the door, and you hear, like, shouts of surprise, and like, what? And, yeah, these stormtroopers move back, and, yeah, they're not going to step into the room, but you have access to the room.
Somebody stim me, or medical check me, or stim me then medical check me.
So I need to know exactly what's happening. Like, you know, there's some time things that are happening. So someone's stimming Jokin. Who's going to the door? Yeah.
Are communications back up yet?
Communications are back up.
Okay. All right. I'd like to get some cameras on the hallway.
Actually, you can see just on security cameras now that I'll start revealing. So as you might have to pull back on the map, but
Yeah.
Rebecca does have stim packs. Okay, how many stim packs to get you up, Jokin?
One would get me up.
Okay, so I'll stim you for that. And hand you... I've got 3 more, so... Or do you have your own? I don't know.
I've got a bunch.
While
Okay.
that's going on, can other people move forward?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
you would
so-
just keep going then.
So we're kind of in narrative time right now, but I just need to know who's going to be first in the room and what will you be saying to the officers that you see.
Oh, sorry, did we have to talk?
Hold on.
Should we pull up the guys at the back? Because right now, I don't want to get overpowered because we don't have everyone.
Well, I'll be damned. That just makes it a no difference then instead of a green die difference. Anyway, it still seems like they're in an opportune place with at least having control of communications.
All right, that's fine.
Does Rebecca not want to guard that door?
What door am I
I
guarding?
guess I typed it. I was asking if you wanted to get Jokin and then guard the garage door we had left open.
Sure, if you don't want me in front of these stormtroopers, it's fine.
Well, just because you have ranged. I was gonna
Yeah.
stick back, but then I'm like, well, then I couldn't fight at all.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So,
If you want to move forward, though, by all means.
Going forward, let's make sure we're being very clear about ranges. I think a little bit of what caught us off in that one is that I had moved Jokin and we started rather than having like everyone move. Like it wasn't that we weren't moving together; it's that like the situation unfolded before everyone else had like moved as if they had been moving with Jokin.
Oh, I thought that they had said specifically that they were letting you go ahead, and that
He
they
was
were
going
moving
ahead,
back.
but I think we were all going like 2 miles an hour with a gap rather than like Jokin.
Right.
disappeared.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
And then the other thing I was going to say, Tommy, is if you could just let us know more things about ranges, because I never would have had to start at like extreme range apart, because that's just stupid. Because that
Yeah,
leaves.
same kind of thing. I did think Jokin was going ahead and then kind of signaling us on, but I didn't realize how far the hallway was. No
Right.
fault. It's
Okay.
fine. I just
Yeah.
didn't realize.
I'm just not used to doing we normally don't operate at like extreme scales often.
Right.
Indoors.
These hallways must look great.
All right. So, what are people doing? What are people saying? So,
Looks like
Macron
Macron-
draws his sword and he says, "Where is Lieutenant Serv? Moff Dodarno is most disappointed in him."
all right. So, give me
I
one
guess when
second.
he starts speaking, Eve suddenly stops and looks back at him and waits.
All right. Let me find my notes. Okay. Where did it go? Sorry, I had to redo the order of this a little bit, so things are a little bit different in the order. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna need a daunting perception check.
Oh joy. Can Macron and Eve make it, or maybe combine since they're both in the room?
You can get unskilled assistance, but since you like kind of took the initiative, then you are doing the roll.
Is this one of the? Oh, never
Would
mind.
you count this as part of the last encounter? I'm just trying to know if I can maybe extend unmatched expertise to this.
No, sorry.
Darn, because that would have taken it down, since oddly enough, perception is one of my career skills. I have no idea how that happened. Alright, well, it's just going to be 4 green. Ah.
Okay.
There you go.
You actually notice, so the guy that you like draw your sword on, his eyes dart to a computer in the back of the room.
I look at Eve and then kind of just gesture to the officers while I go over to the terminal.
Okay. And is anyone collecting weapons? Like, what are you guys doing? There are 3 of these guys here.
Eve can take her own initiative there.
Okay. And so Joken and Rebecca, you guys aren't going to, I mean, what are you guys doing back there?
Sounded like we were watching the garage doors.
Yeah, I mean, you could move forward, but I don't.
You guys don't really
Joken's
need to watch
condition
it
might be best
anymore
for you
because
to-
Oh yeah,
We
they
have
would
an
tell us.
access
They
to
would tell us that the cameras are up. Can they see into the garage?
Yeah. So let me open that.
Also, just before I forget, I'm going to also flip to activate Intense Presence for strain reduction.
Yeah,
Finally boosted with confidence now that I'm actually doing something.
Yeah, Rebecca would be more like right there, just sort of staring at the stormtroopers, disappointed in their action and their inability to stop him.
And if we're starting or ending an encounter, and Joken's kind of just in the hall, keeping an eye on things, can I roll for strain?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, since we stopped the encounter, like, you guys have kind of like, a little deep breath. So yeah, everyone can do a strain recovery check.
It was really tiring listening to those blaster bolts.
I'm sorry, did we interrupt your beauty sleep?
Okay, so, yeah, looked at a computer over at the room. What are you doing about that?
I assume the computer's on.
It is. And it looks like, when you turn to look at it, it's a little bit off base. Like, it's
Oh,
tilted in a
god
way.
damn it. I'm going to kick it.
And it slides over, and there is a hole in the floor.
Shit. Joke and Rebecca, get to the garage now. He's escaping.
So as that happens, people watching on the cameras see a lieutenant he is jumping into one of the ATSTs. And they also see someone else in wilderness garb just running out the door. And
out
Yep.
which door?
the garage door. And so we are going to switch over. Give me 1 second. I need to grab all your tokens. The tokens of the people not in the whatchamacallit room. So I'm going to move you guys just so I can get you guys together and view all. Oh, it actually depends on... Wait, sorry. So before I do that, so you have one guy, Lieutenant ATST. You have another guy, Wilderness Garb, just rushing just on foot out of the garage door. What are you guys doing?
hopping
Do
in
we-
ATST, right, Shorebecca?
Me into an ATST?
Yeah, you can do an ATST.
You'd never be able to catch it, though. You'd be both going at the same speed.
You guys can also see other things in the garage.
There's speeders and such.
Yeah, the speeders would probably have a better chance of catching up to him.
Yeah, I mean, my options are flying and shooting missiles is probably the best choice for me.
Those aren't bad options either.
Can Eve pilot a speeder?
No, and remember that we don't want to kill him.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
right.
it's also that I'm trying to see if because Macro definitely can't pilot any of this, so I was trying to figure out how many
Here,
people.
so
we
Rebecca
could-
can fly Eve over the ATST and drop her onto the cockpit, and she'll bust it open.
Oh,
That
another
sounds
thing
like a
too,
great
though.
plan.
People in the communications room, you can see a lot of people and
Yeah,
stuff.
there's
What are you guys doing about that?
stormtroopers all over.
But we don't have access to any controls here, really. So I guess we would have radioed troop positions, but that's all we can do, and I think we should get out of here now.
And
Why
also
don't
too,
you
there's
try
the control center. So
That's where they are.
Well, I meant telling them to go different places, like, oh no, the whatever the hell stuff over here is. or
Oh,
just-
yeah, you know what? Let's say can we send them a message that the invaders are trying to escape on the shuttle that
Yeah,
we
mhm.
booby
that'll be a
trapped?
deception check. But yeah, absolutely.
Oh boy, how's your deception, Peck?
What?
How best can you lie?
Yeah, he can't.
Neither can Alro. Oh boy, I think it's like.
I mean, he doesn't even like. He's a little confused because he doesn't see anybody to talk to, so he's not even sure what you're asking him
the
to do.
drones are not that primitive. They have like TVs.
No, I'm just teasing, but I don't even know if I really even speak basic. So
Now that is an interesting question. The Empire was on your world to at least have that kind of experience. Something for another time. Let's see. We only really have Jokin and maybe Shorebecca that can go after him, unless Alro wants to sprint down a hallway.
Alro has 2 maneuvers and she can pilot, so she could make it to a speeder to chase the guy outside.
The issue there is that if any Imperial sees a Zexto running around, they're this whole charade about us being an inspection.
Yeah, but
team
we know
is-
where they are. They're like
Yeah.
nobody's
Well-
near us. She'd be able to make a clear run to the garage.
Man, the bigger problem is how are we just going to get rid of all these people? We still have to neutralize them even if we capture the lieutenant.
Well, we have those ATSTs, so if you guys want to grab an ATST and then I lead them into the...
Oh, that is a good idea. Instead of Shorebecca going after Lieutenant, we can have him get an ATST and just mow them down when they get in the garage. And I guess
Let's start talking about laws of war. Holy crap.
we're in the middle of a combat situation. We haven't captured these people.
Oh my. Okay.
so I'm leading stormtroopers to the garage now. Is that what I'm hearing?
No,
no.
not yet.
Alro
We just need to make the
is...
decision whether you guys want Alro to send out a
Oh, the
message.
problem is it would
Okay.
still be a deception check, which you probably would fail. And they'd
Yeah, I mean, she has 2 green. It depends on how, and it's like through communication. So I don't know. Could it just be because all stormtroopers are like HUDs up on their thing, right? So could it be just a text as opposed to a voice message?
Well, just remember though that these guys are very wary of things that are non-standard. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Is there any way we could talk to the comms in the control center?
Yeah.
Alright, then maybe... Yeah, Macron will probably try to do the lie then. And we'll probably
Okay.
go back to the original suggestion of having them go to the garage.
Okay.
However, we still need people to go chase Lieutenant and whoever just ran out in the forest garb, so who's that going to be?
Well, the lieutenant's in the garage getting into an ATST.
Well, he's gone.
I thought he already left.
No, he's in the garage hopping into one right now.
So I mean, this is some of
Then
this
may-
would have
okay,
to be
hold on,
like
hold on. Then we
quick
probably
decisions
just want
and
even Shorebecca to go after the Lieutenant and Jokin then go after whoever just ran out.
Yeah, Jokin also has let's ride, so he can get into vehicles more quickly.
Yeah, before we leave Macron in there alone, we want to make sure Eve does get their weapons.
Yeah, well, she already did. She already,
Okay.
well, on the text, had them drop their weapons and kick them away.
All right, yeah.
I
So
mean,
they're
I could
just
roll for
against
that
the
if
wall.
necessary. If it would need a coercion or something.
So which ATST did they get in? Jokin,
The closest one to the control center.
So
So you
he's in
guys
this
would have
one.
to run to the other one.
I already have to go like long distance just to get from the command or control center to the garage. Don't
Yeah,
I?
so then I have to make like a turn to fly.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is just happening as, it's narrative time, but the closest ATST is leaving right now. So,
Okay, so Tribeca jets off as fast as he can. He has to like slide and reposition himself to get through this door at a 45. But so he's flying into the garage.
Okay. So before I turn over to the next screen, is everyone in their final position? Oh,
Well,
sorry.
no.
Yeah, you guys are doing your garage thing first. Okay. Yeah. So.
but wait, so Macron, you're doing the announcement?
Yes.
Then I think, Pack, we should either head off to the garage so we can be there to catch them by surprise, or we can stay in here and let them run by us and we can catch them from behind.
And what do you guys do just narratively with the Stormtrooper Sergeant and the minions that are closest to you?
Probably take their weapons and corral them with the officers.
Okay.
That's a lot of people
Gotta
at
make
once.
sure his sword's handy.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, Macron. I don't.
I think at minimum we should head back towards the control center to back up Macron. Elrond.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I don't think we should stay here. I think we should get moving.
Okay.
So we would probably come down that hallway they did.
So I'm going to say this, though. Macron, you're going to need to roll a force die, because that is a lot of people in with you by yourself, even though you've got a sword and they're disarmed. So roll a force die.
Could I perhaps match that with a coercion check too? Maybe keep them intimidated.
It's once
Maybe
you
let that be determined by the force die.
roll a force die first. All right, so you don't have to worry about it. They're totally like,
All right, I don't know
You
how.
said nasty things before leaving.
The stormtrooper sergeant's in the corner, just sitting there, maybe crying.
I
But
was
yeah,
up for a
you're gonna want more
promotion.
people in there. So yeah, okay, Peckbat's in there. So okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
and he's got.
Oh, Elrond's probably getting on a speeder. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
What the heck is that thing? Never seen that before.
Okay. So let's move forward and garage plan initiate.
We are running in the ATSD is going to do the running. We'll be.
Oh, I thought you guys were gonna ambush people in the garage.
Oh well, Jokin was going to chase the ATSD.
And
Oh, so you're
Alro
gonna be in
was
an
gonna chase the guy
ATSD
on
chasing the
foot.
other ATSD, right?
Yes.
Okay,
That's-
so we'll save that. Are you guys still doing the garage plan? Because I want to do that before we switch over to the next map.
Eve would be happy to not have to run out on foot after machines. So, if you want her to help ambush people,
Well, I think the idea was using the ATST weapon to attack the stormtroopers, wasn't
but
it?
now the ATST weapon is being used to chase the other
To chase
ATST.
down the other ATST.
I don't understand how you ever expect to catch it when you're both going to be able to go the same speed.
Things like full throttle, beating him on competitive checks.
Yeah, I mean,
Shooting at
this is
him
what
from
Jokin
behind.
does. So
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Pushes it to the limit.
It's just fun.
Well, then I guess we can redirect them to the Nilos and have them hopefully kill themselves.
so okay, yeah, it'll be a deception check, and
I thought we changed the shuttle to just not work if it started.
No, we had it spill a toxic gas if they turn it on.
Oh, okay.
Triumph. Regardless, they'll just be far away from us while we're sorting
Right.
them out.
go for it. So
All right.
it's going to be a couple of setbacks though, because it's a lot of people. But I'm just going to make it one check. You're not going to have to do a check for every single group.
All right.
So,
Then Macron is going to get on the comm and just Troopers, there's a bioweapon. Everyone, evacuate now.
Good one. Good one. So that is going to be. Let me double check their stats. All right. We're gonna make it, because it's so many people. It's gonna be 2C 1P.
How many setback?
I'm gonna say 2 setbacks.
All right. Get rid of those because of plausible deniability. And I'm also going to flip. Don't be a
All right,
dick,
if you're gonna
dice.
flip, I'm gonna flip then.
Damn it, I was just about to roll 2. Is there anything else? Nope. Okay, wait. I'm going to use Natural Charmer.
Woohoo!
Fuck you.
All right.
The
soldiers do not believe you, and
they
so
don't believe me, but maybe they're still caught in a bit of a bewilderment.
okay, we'll say that they don't immediately act, but you're gonna have to think of something quick. And we also have like ATST running, and so why don't we do this? I'm gonna switch to the next scene, and we'll come back to deal with the stuff happening here. How about that?
I'm wondering, with that, would they know where the message was originating from?
Oh, sorry, there's a lot of background noise on somebody's. I can barely hear people because of it.
Hold up. There we go.
Okay. Sorry, I did not hear that at all.
I'm just saying, would they know where the message was originating from?
Well, it'd be from the control center. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if it could possibly be from the communication center too.
Well, an order would come from the control center.
Fair enough.
All right, so any other plans before I switch and do the chase stuff? Okay, I guess not. All right, so who's chasing now? We've got Jokin and Alro. So Jokin in an ATST and Alro in a speeder bike, yeah?
Shrebeka and his jetpack.
And Trebek on his jetpack. Okay, great. I just need to get all the tokens that are
Awesome.
going to be involved in this. So
I whiffed the most important roll of the day. And now we're chasing people.
all right, so I'm going to put you on the map. I'm arranging the map, and then I'll switch everybody over. So Alro, you'll just see yourself on the map, and Shrebeka, same thing. You'll just see yourself on the map. However, Jokin, I'm going to put your token on the map, but you'll be represented as the ATST. And okay, there's going to be a lot of music. Hopefully your speakers aren't on too loud. And are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, so as you guys exit, you actually see a group of scout troopers that are zooming in. Looks like they're coming back from patrol. And the other ATST is moving forward. And actually, you know what? Let me do this, because you guys actually had stuff on the camera. Who was looking through the camera and saw the lieutenant and the guy in the wilderness garb run out?
Pack and Alro.
Okay. I need one of you to give me a perception check. It's going to be a daunting perception check, and it's 2 setbacks because you're looking through a camera.
Pack, what's your
No, I don't have great perception, and this is technology that I wouldn't be familiar with, so it'd be upgraded for me anyway.
Okay.
Is it up
2
to
setback
one?
with a average difficulty, you said, Tom?
No, daunting.
Oh
Daunting
boy.
with 2 setbacks.
Okay. And are we still suffering from the setbacks from the beginning of the mission, the itchy stuff?
Yeah. The entire session has that.
Oh God. Okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't,
okay.
I didn't think anyone failed that. We had a way to mitigate it.
Yeah, but it only took off. It only takes off 2.
Yeah,
of
2
the
of the
3
3.
setbacks.
Alro
okay.
was the one person affected. Alright, so... Oh, okay, that was a check. Got it. Okay, moving forward. So, I need everyone on this map to roll initiative. And so, Yeah, this guy's trying to get to the comm tower. The hard line was cut. However, yeah, you need to stop this guy as quickly as possible.
So let's see. So all of these, the speeder bikes, the ATST, these are all weapons that are meant to be attacking things on the ground, right? Or can the gun move up?
The speeder bikes guns can't. The ATST, if it's pointed towards you, can. However, that ATST is just trying to get away. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Then Trebek is going to fly up with his free maneuver.
All right. That works. Just
Another
give me an average paladin check.
initiative triumph.
And the storm has gone, so no setbacks for that.
Oh,
Again,
the
quick
piloting
out.
check. Okay.
And give me 1 second while I do the.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute. I did that wrong. That's fine. I'll just leave it.
All right, so I'm rapid reacting for 4. That's all your rolls for initiative, Tommy?
Yeah.
First
One of
is
them
an
was lower in your favor, but I'm not going to wreck on it. So we're in a really weird situation here in that we've got personal scale weapons and planetary scale weapons. So what I'm doing is that there is a lot of just crap in the way. It's a jungle. There's even when ATSD pushes past trees, the trees do kind of swing back, so that people on personal scale can still hit things. The actual vehicle weapons need to close in as well. So that's so that we're not doing this whole thing where they're in close range, but you guys are at extreme range. So the vehicle-based weapons will be closing in as well. So for the free maneuvers, I've got 2 free maneuvers. One of them is Sarav is going to take a maneuver, not to scale, so it's just going to be a little bump. And then one of the speeder bikes, the one is going to close in on you, Jokin. So it's now within range of shooting.
Wait, should I add 2 more people to the initiative? There are 4 on the initiative for them?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I asked if there were more when there were 2, and you said no. Okay, let me add them. Obviously changed things.
Oh, I thought I'd rolled those when you said that. Never mind, no worries.
I think 2 hadn't been rolled yet.
Oh, they may not have appeared. Yeah, there is a lag sometimes.
Yeah, that's going to change things. They're going to go in the middle. There we go. 4 NPCs right now?
Yeah.
Still have a first try.
All right, so who goes first?
I probably would want to.
Okay.
I just want to have it. There's only one tree that matters right now, so I want to find that tree and be looking at it.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
So are you guys doing anything about the guy in the wilderness garb that ran out?
That's a good question. Auro, do you want to go track him down on the speeder?
That's what her plan was, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so Auro will be on him, and Jokin and I will focus on Sarev.
Okay.
Oh shoot, Master Pilot only works on a starship. Damn, that sucks. So what range do we have right now?
Master Driver.
So you're starting at extreme range, but yeah. So you're starting at extreme range. What's that? Personal. Yeah, exactly. However,
Okay.
I am making it though that you still have to close in this specific case because of all the crap in the way to get a good shot. So you're going to have to get closer than that.
How close?
You're going to need to get within short range, actually.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
For now, like you know that the comm tower is across the river. Sarav is probably going to break cover pretty soon.
Alright. So, I guess, he's at extreme now, but I can go, so he can go speed 2, these go speed 2, if I'm looking at the notes here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if I end up getting us to go speed 4,
Ooh.
how, does that let me basically do 2 maneuvers for each maneuver?
Yes.
Well, then let's start out with that. So I'm going to do full throttle improved. Hard. And my piloting planetary, which is pretty good.
And by the way, people had mentioned in the previous session, they're like, oh gosh, joking. Joking on this one.
Okay, yeah. So that means that we boost our speed by 2 for...
Somehow the legs just start like sprinting beneath
Like
you.
Sonic the Hedgehog here. So that would be long, medium, right? 4 maneuvers worth.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm going to say with that triumph, you're close enough.
To shoot?
Yeah.
Oh.
You need to kick
Oh,
Jim
but I
alive.
can't do that now. Okay, so I'll just be close enough then. Alright, I guess that's my turn, right?
All right. Who's next?
Maybe just crash into him.
4 NPCs or 3 NPCs.
Okay, the speeder bikes are going. One of the speeder bikes closest to Alro will move close enough to take a shot, and is actually shooting at the bike, not you. So let's see here. Will not aim, and since it's vehicle versus vehicle, silhouette's the same. It's medium difficulty, and here goes. Boom. That will do 6 damage. I think that takes out your bike.
Yeah, it does.
All right. You're going to need to... You're falling at high speed, so it's going to be the equivalent of falling at short range. So 10 and 10, but average coordination or athletics check.
Well, that was a fun ride, wasn't it, Auro?
Yeah, we might.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can't make any solid repairs as I'm being shot at.
Correct.
Run back
Yeah.
and get another one.
What's the difficulty on the coordination check?
Average.
How far away did the speeder start out from him?
Oh, complete wash.
Well, the speeder was 1 maneuver away.
Okay.
So how many points did the bike have? Like
You can see that they're on the...
They
they're
have
on the
no
map.
armor, 3 hull and or 2 hull and 3 strain.
Yeah, it's
So-
pretty much rocket tag between these things.
Okay.
All right, so that's 10 and 10. 10 strain and 10 wounds.
Okay.
Strain is not resisted by soak, but wounds are.
Okay, that's... Okay. Alright.
Alright, they have 2 more turns, Tommy.
Okay. These two are going to try to close in on you. However, you're going really fast. So they're going to pull up, but they are not close enough. There are too many trees and crap in the way, and they're just like, how in the hell is that ATSD going so fast? So, yeah. That's their go.
Magic.
So we have a turn now.
Okay.
Do I see that guy that ran off anywhere?
You don't.
Oh.
Actually, you can do, if you are specifically looking for him and you take a turn to do that, you will get a perception check to try to look.
No, Rebecca would be focused elsewhere. So it doesn't look like my missiles are going to be able to do much to the ATST, right? So I should probably just focus on trying to take down one of these speeder bikes. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah, that makes sense, I think.
Yeah, I do have heavy hitter, which would give me breach 2, but I'd need a triumph, and then it would still have an armor on it, and then I'd still be doing personal skill damage. So, anyways, what's the speeder bikes? Don't have any armor.
Oh, they will be at 2 defense, though. They are weaving in and out, but no
Okay.
adversary.
Okay, so Rebecca's, I guess, just going to fly in to get a little closer, but he's up above them.
Oh, so, yeah. Are you choosing to hit the vehicles or the people?
Oh, I guess I have a choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're not covered, so you can hit the guys.
Um.
And it's the same, just 2 defense.
Okay. So if I were to do blaster bolts instead of the missiles, I'd be able to fire on both of them, on just the people?
Mhm.
Okay. Then I'll do that. Adversary?
No adversary, just
Okay.
defense 2.
Okay, what are we looking at distance-wise that Trebek is at, since he's, like, above them and then shooting down?
Above them shooting down, I'm going to say that it's going to be long.
Okay.
Actually, no, I would say that, yeah, the closest one is long, the other two are extreme.
So the two that moved in close to Jokin?
Yeah, those are at extreme, but the number 2 is long range from you.
Okay. So Rebecca's gonna go for true aim, just trying to get a hit on them. And luckily I would have barrage damage. I could use there. That's accurate. So that's 4. Wait, no, they're extreme. You said, right?
Yeah.
So even if I moved closer, does that mitigate that?
No, because remember we've got a lot of like the scale of this is a little bit different, and so they're at extreme, but number 2 is
Okay.
at long.
Okay, then I guess I need to fire a missile to make that work. Okay, let's take that down. Still get to apply true aim. So I'll go ahead and flip on this. Holy crap.
Wow.
Okay.
Do you want to use one of those triumphs to maybe make it so that you knock him off the bike and the bike doesn't go spinning like in the movies, so Alro could hop on it?
Sure, I hit one and completely destroy it, but the other guy, gets thrown off of his bike, and the bike sort of, like, rooms towards Auro.
Okay, you're gonna need to make, and actually it's pretty funny, this happened in the last session. You're gonna need to make a daunting coordination check. I am upgrading it. If you miss this, you get hit by the bike.
Oh.
Oh god.
But it's cinematic, and yeah,
Yeah, I'm down for
You
it.
go, spider.
It's upgraded once.
yeah, upgraded once.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do that too.
I'm down a missile.
I think we might be saying goodbye to Alro. Death by manslaughter.
Alright, come on, baby Jesus. Oh, shoot. Baby Jesus, why?
Well, that's 20 damage at least.
Yeah, 20 damage in 3 strain.
I know it sounds bad, but I just can't help picturing it in my head, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
How's Alro doing?
I mean, that seems
20
like
damage.
fair.
So, 2.
Not a triumph.
Yeah, that's not very cinematic at all, is it?
Well, it gave you the chance to do it, so...
Well, it's like watching those stunt shows where that amateur tries to jump over a car and fails miserably. I think that's
Well,
quite
yeah.
cinematic. Just
And
unfortunate.
the thing, too, it allowed all that damage to, like, knock out one guy without damaging the bike at all, so... but yeah, what was the result? How many of these guys were hit?
That's so I was just going cinematic from that point, but it's 23 damage. I can do blast. I can do...
Okay, yeah, blast wouldn't work because they're not close enough for the blast, but so you definitely take out the guy, so you're taking out number 2, right?
Yeah, but and then the double triumph we said was knocking like number 3 off of his bike, so the other bike would hit him or something like that. Or well, no, I was going after one of the ones in extreme range. So
okay, so we're saying that then that bike kind of veered off towards Alro is what happened.
Yeah, but I was wanting it to be. What I wanted to happen since a double triumph is I completely destroy one of them.
Okay.
Then another one gets knocked off, probably the one behind him. So that would probably be number 2.
Oh, okay. So that guy's taken out, and you're saying that the double triumph. So the guy just gets knocked off the bike, but he's not down, right?
Well, he would need to make the fall damage, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying like there was no auto fire or something with the missiles, right?
No, but I mean,
Okay.
with the double triumph, since we failed to let Alro do anything with that.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm
I
not
would-
arguing with you. I'm just trying to get exactly what had happened. I thought that maybe multiple missiles had gone out or something. So yeah, that's fine. So the guy's going to make the check, or well, he's going to attempt
Yeah.
to roll it. So coordination.
And he would need to take the fall damage from getting knocked off anyways, right?
Well, he rolls against that, the same average coordination or athletics check to prevent fall damage.
Okay.
So he takes 9 and 7. So 7 goes through soak. Make sure I did that right. 9 and then soak. Okay. Yeah, he's hurt, but he's still up. And the third bar is him. The other 2 bars are the bike. So
Got it,
just
okay.
consider the bike just gone. I'll get
And
rid of
with
it.
had the one, sorry, a word, was the one who got killed hadn't gone yet, right?
I don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I don't think he had.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm removing the right slot, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. All right. Next up.
The guy who hadn't gone yet. So we have.
So it'd be number 3 then? Oh no, they moved into position, and then so 2. Okay. So 2 is.
Well, 2 already took a shot at me earlier. That's what knocked me off my bike.
Oh right. Okay. So then.
The last NPC slot because that one got killed.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And
So
now
then new
our
round.
last NPC slot. Oh, but is Alro down?
Oh yeah, like way down.
So we've lost that slot.
Well, you always knock off the bottom, unless you can actually attribute.
We've done.
Okay. So is it the next round? Up at
Yep.
the top?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's up?
So Jokin will move up into close enough again with
Yeah.
his super speed.
Mhm.
And now it's time to light somebody up.
Okay.
Yeah, gunnery.
So let's see if he is. So I've got my targeting goggles, so that makes him appear a silhouette smaller. But I don't think that's enough, right? It has to be at least 2 silhouettes smaller to make a difficulty difference.
Yeah.
Darn. So that was one maneuver. I'll take a maneuver of my own to aim once. And then, so it'll be average. And then bang bang.
Okay.
9. That's it.
9. Okay. 9 armor 3. Okay. Go. Good shot though.
How much? Wait, where's their threshold? Oh, it doesn't say their threshold. Okay. I guess I can look at mine and figure it out. Yeah,
They have
I
15.
guess. And the crit on doesn't say 3, I assume.
Oh, sorry. What?
The crit, just so I know it. I know I don't have enough.
Oh, right. Yeah, the crit is. Pretty sure it's 3.
Okay. Yeah, it just doesn't say in the blurb, so I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna. If anyone has any other big ideas.
No, I mean, he'll just get to move away, but you can keep close to him anyway, so.
This was turn 2, so I'm gonna put a B after my name for this. The speed. So I've still got one more round of boost to do this. Yeah, I guess. So, as the advantage, I'll pass a boost to Shorebecca.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay.
And so now they have 3 turns.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sarah is going to take 2 maneuvers, and we'll actually put system strain on this baby. Trying to get
Okay.
away,
I need to add 2 for my first turn.
and so puts himself at medium range from you. And this guy cannot take a shot at Shorebecca because you are at long range, so he is actually just going to start running through the bush.
Uh-oh.
That guy's out, and then this guy is going to close in on Jokin, and he's going to take a shot.
All right, so I appear the same silhouette as him, so he doesn't get any advantages there, and I have defensive driving 2.
Okay,
So
nice.
it's 2 defense and 2 difficulty. And is there any defense for like shooting through the brush, or just you can't shoot till you get close enough, basically?
Exactly, yeah. Oops, that didn't turn over. Okay, there we go. So upgrading, going for the shot. All right. He's going to downgrade his next attack using those, and he's going to do 6 damage.
Well, there's other fun things to be done with vehicles. I never looked at the vehicle chart. I don't even know what the
You
vehicle
know,
chart
actually,
is.
yeah. You go ahead and tell me what you want those 3 threats to be. Veers off course towards the river.
I can free maneuver in response if I wanted. That's an option.
Yeah, maybe his shot also shredded some trees in front of you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. So, like, just because probably a lot of people don't know what can be done with this because we never really have much vehicle. So, for one threat, we could force them to slow down by a speed. We could give ourselves a free maneuver, the obvious boost and setback. We can have him take a system strain. We can make him go last in the initiative order, or active character grants the enemy, so obviously the opposite. We would gain an advantage in the encounter, such as decreasing the difficulty of any checks made against it. That's all we can do with 3, down to there. I would be to slow down by 1.
Okay.
It's like the system strain. So now he's going speed 2, I presume?
Yeah.
And he has a system strain. And, well, how did he catch up? Because we're so much faster.
Oh, I forgot that you were so much faster. Okay.
We'll say just for this next turn, he has to use 2 maneuvers to catch us then?
Yeah.
Especially because he's only going speed 2,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
he said is half as fast.
Sounds good.
And the armor is 3, so I take 3, right? So he has 1 system strain on the bike. He will have to kind of do some work to play catch up, which will cost him a system strain as well.
Yep.
Okay. And so that's all of them, right?
Uh-huh.
So in terms of what Trebecca can do, they've moved out even further. What are we looking at on ranges?
Oh, one of the guys got a little bit closer. If you do a maneuver, you can get within long range of 3 right now. And 2, like you can kind of get like right here, and then be at long range to both of them.
Okay. So maybe some auto fire would give us... Would it be possible to target them both? They're kind of completely different directions though, right?
I'll give it to you for a destiny. I mean, what do you guys think? Because auto fire, technically you can do that, and people have done that in the past, but yeah, these are very, very different directions.
Yeah,
So-
it would be from above, which might make it possible, but at the same time. So what's the risk here? If this guy is running off into the jungle, if I lose track of him, he's gone, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's on the speeder, just chasing down Jokin, who seems to be doing okay.
Mhm.
Trebecca would be wanting to go for the guy that took down Alro, so he'll fly. And then now that he's only at long, I can actually use my blaster instead of the other thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and do... So no difficulty, but 2 setbacks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure I'm getting this right. So, blaster, 3 difficulty, 2 of those. I'm going to activate Rain of Death to decrease the difficulty. I'm gonna flip.
Well done.
Well, it does, no auto fire though. But that's still 17 pierce 1 on the
Yeah.
person. So.
So what happens to
Yeah.
him?
So ever since he fell off his bike, Trebecca's just had a beat on him, and he's really just been flying from above, just ready to rain down upon him. So.
You're like Thanatos from whatchamacallit, Smite.
Some smite, yeah, you just come right down.
Angel of Death. Alright, yeah, good shot.
All right, back to the top.
All right.
Jokin will take one maneuver to catch.
Mhm.
He's going twice as fast. This is our last turn going twice as fast, by the way.
Okay.
I'll take a maneuver to aim.
Feel free to flip too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Why not?
I mean, you do have the
I'll
link
flip that too.
on these guns. Oh.
All right.
Ah.
So 5
a lot of
plus
damage.
5 is 10. So that's going to do 10 damage.
All right. 10 damage. Nice. All right. Next up.
You are.
Okay. He is just trying to get away. So there is a slightly shallower part in the river that you can see. Looks like maybe there's a landslide or something a long time ago in that portion. So he's going for it. So he's at medium range from you now.
Right, okay. And I've lost my speed boost, so that will be 2 maneuvers for me as well. But no, short. I only need to take 1 then to get into...
Yeah. Who's up next?
You have another turn.
All right,
After
so
me.
this guy's just going to try to catch up. So, not going to do that. Well, yeah, I guess he would do the system strain to push up. So he's just going to go for it. Can't take a shot at you yet, right? But, well, no, so 2 maneuvers would get into range of you, right?
I moved up again. I moved 1 maneuver.
Oh, okay. He would need 3 maneuvers, so got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I don't want to say for sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because you're moving super fast, and he's slower, so yeah, he can't shoot you yet. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I think it's Rebecca.
Okay, so where are we looking in terms of distance now? Has he moved into extreme?
Long range now. That guy.
Okay. I'm gonna have to take a maneuver to load a missile.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna upgrade this check
Okay.
just to give this guy some hope.
There's no hope. Let's be real.
Okay, so long. Oh, I didn't even apply my barrage damage to the next guy. Okay, this guy's gonna get barrage damage. Okay, so that's 5. Okay, 2 setbacks from the there. Okay, and an upgrade. So 1 red, 2 purple, 2 setbacks. That's
Yep.
what I'm seeing. Okay. Okay, so I loaded a missile and took strain to do true aim. And yeah, I'll flip. Did that flip for everyone?
It did not.
There it goes.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, that's. Wait, so with barrage, that's 26 for each one. And Rebecca's just gonna take the 3 advantage to recover strain
So 26. How many times?
for each one. It's the missile.
Oh. Yeah. Oh gosh, this guy and the bike. It's just obliteration. Boom. Okay.
Yeah. Rebecca's using up his missiles though. He's gonna have to buy some more.
We can talk to Ziva. We can arrange for a good deal on these things. You're
Yeah. Okay.
doing
Yeah.
the Lord's work.
I do have some plasma missiles, but the standard missiles are really good for this stuff.
Right.
Got it. Yeah. All right. So back to the top.
Yep.
I'm gonna take 2 minutes. Sorry. He went. Yeah. I need to take 2 maneuvers to catch back up. Right.
Yep.
So we're going the same speed now. So 2 maneuvers. So make that. And I'm gonna shoot again.
Okay. I'm gonna upgrade that.
I will as well.
Boom! Oh,
You've got it
nice.
Okay. So yeah, that's linked. Right. So that's I was gonna create him anyways to try to disable him, but yeah, that's 6 twice.
6 twice. All right.
So that would be 6.
Maybe the extra 4 advantage would just be that the way it falls pins the where he can't just jump. Yeah, he can't just jump out.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well done. So yeah, you stopped him, and you can actually. I'll just give this cinematically. he's yelling into his comm, trying to get to the comm tower. The hard line is cut, so he had to get into range. He wasn't in range, so yeah, it's all to no avail. You can hear him yelling into his comm through the thing. So what do you guys do? You've captured this guy.
Rebecca lands on it triumphantly.
Okay, and then I assume you probably open the door and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Subdue him.
All right, give me
Yeah.
1 second. So something very curious though when you open the door.
It's a droid.
The guy does not match Lieutenant Serap's photo.
Oh. Okay, so the guy that ran off into the wilderness.
Yes. However, you guys do still have a chance, if you so choose. You can try to go after the guy. Well, actually, so a little cinematic moment, but the officer spits at you and says, "You'll never catch Lieutenant Seraph. He was chosen for this post specifically because he's a master outdoorsman. No one can find him once he gets through into the jungle." And that's what he says. What do you guys do? Do you go back to the base? Do you just accept that Lieutenant Seraph gave you the slip, or what?
Burn the jungle down.
Turn on the like exterior speakers of the ATST.
Mhm.
Say that tell us where he probably like where you think he went, or where a good place to go would be, or with the guns of the ATST pointing at the guy.
Okay, each gun gives you a boost. Coercion check, I assume, right?
Unfortunately, I think that's what it has to be.
Okay. It's going to be a hard coercion check, upgraded twice, and I will upgrade it one more time.
Hard upgraded thrice now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 boosts because the 2 chin guns, 1 in each little ear thing.
Oh, 2 boosts.
Oh, well, there are 4 guns on an ATST. Come on.
Oh, I was just saying that like flavor-wise that I was giving you 2 boosts for that.
Okay. Can I have an unskilled boost from Rebecca, like standing triumphantly?
Sure.
With a missile tube.
With the missile tube, yeah.
Yeah.
That's an extra gun, right?
Oh, it works!
Okay.
Fuck it, Imperial!
So the guy is totally shaken, like, he would be heading back to Isis, the capital city.
Alright, time to track him.
Says the unconscious Sixto.
I guess then Jokin would turn and head the other way with the... Oh, I forgot that you guys all near me could have had boosts because of situational awareness. I'll remember next time. It's new at the beginning. Anyways, yeah, so we're going after him.
Alright,
Alright, so you guys can see the rules for the hunt on the page.
Would we be able to call in our survival specialist here from the base?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, here I come.
And let me
Okay.
grab your token, actually. So, who all will be directly involved in this? Because remember, you also have a base to take care of. So,
I'm gonna ask that Shorebecca maybe come back, because I'm gonna need some help here.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Pat
Sure,
had his pistol out and was all ready to start executing people, but when he realized we needed to trek through the jungle, he jumped straight out of the base.
So people tracking in the jungle, making that perception check near the ATST can add 2 boosts to their check.
okay. So, give me 1 second while I grab the tokens. And I know this is hard, but it was meant to be hard, so, yeah. Pack bat. Okay, grabbing your token.
Oh, my pool's not that great.
So we can... Oh, we have to flip just to make the survival check? Or the co-pilot check, I mean?
Yeah, because it's not something that can naturally be done. So,
Right. I hadn't fully read. But anyone can try to add a boost by the perception check, right?
yes. It's like you guys are fanning out and trying to help as much as possible.
Right. And what are the setbacks on the perception check due to?
His skill.
Okay, it's not like a environmental thing that can be removed with scanners?
No, no, no. It could be removed if it was like expert tracker, but
Okay.
not scanners.
I don't have that.
And so let me bring over. So Jokin is involved with this as well, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So Jokin, Shrebeka is flying back though, right?
So Joking
Yeah.
couldn't try to like run all the way ahead and head him off at the city or something?
Well, this is the thing though. Think about it. It's not like he's just going to just run straight for the city. He's an expert. He's just trying to get away from you guys.
Okay,
So-
that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that the obvious solution wasn't possible.
Not
Because
to
I like the
mention,
obvious solution.
an ATST suddenly showing up outside ISIS would probably raise the Admiral's curiosity.
Yes.
First impact is 5, second one 4, 3, 2, etc. Unless
You know,
the person
I'll just
applying it
grab
has...
all these tokens just so that everyone can, even though if you're not there, but people can manipulate tokens.
All right. And is anybody going to be scouting ahead?
Jokin will help scout ahead, but people near him can add 2 boosts to their perception check.
If I'm making the survival check, can I also scout ahead, or
Well,
no,
no,
it says
you're
allies,
just
yeah.
making the survival check.
right? Okay.
So basically, everyone needs to do their boosts and things to help you,
Right.
and then you go, and yeah. So
Oh dear. Well, no boost there.
And the ATSD falls on Alro.
She's back in the base.
Anybody else looking? Or are you all back at the base?
Yeah, I think it's just you guys out there.
All right, here we go.
So add 2 boosts for free, Alra.
oh, so Alro is up now and helping.
No, Alro is at the base with Shrebeka.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait,
I
so-
thought there was a third. Oh, just the 2 of us looking?
Yeah, apparently it's just the 2.
Oh,
All right, well I'm gonna flip.
you don't get my boosts then, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah. And I removed the setback from expert tracker,
Okay. Good job.
but so I have to do 2 out of 3. Correct?
No. Remember, you had to realize the ruse before subordinate. You guys never knew that was
if
actually Sarah.
Otherwise, okay, so it's 3 out of 4.
Though I do have a
You can have
question
a-
about that.
Oh, you can't have the boost because I didn't pass it.
Ooh. Is
Yeah,
expert
what's the
tracker
question?
is expert tracker the one that halves the time? Like, could that possibly
yeah,
help?
it's a wash though because he has it as well. This came up in the last session, so
Oh, okay.
it's a good question, but yeah.
Yeah, I only have 1 rank, but you can only half the time, no matter how many ranks anyway. All right,
So you're rolling against 3 red and a purple? 'Cause you're-
3 reds and a purple. Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh.
Auspicious start.
Oh, great.
Just need to get the other 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you flip, you do get a green, which is
Yeah,
pretty
that's a
good.
big-
No, that was with the flip already
Oh,
factored in. Do I have to flip for each roll then, Tommy?
No, you're not doing a co-pilot check. You're doing the actual check.
No,
Well,
but I mean, if I want to upgrade each check, I'm flipping once.
Yeah,
each time.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. That's so we'll
I
just do
will.
that.
I will.
Oh, I'm gonna flip as well for this one.
Okay, and I'm gonna do the co-pilot one first.
Okay.
So much flipping.
Okay, you can remove one of the upgrades.
Yes. so-
One of. Okay.
Yeah. So now it's back down to
Great.
3 red,
Okay.
1 purple. Yep.
Nope. He's gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got away. Good try though. Wait, do you have a reroll or
No, I don't have enough XP. I only had the standard night level XP, so
right?
I really don't have a lot.
Wait, you didn't... Oh, you're
Yeah,
still...
Torty's still up or still
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a good try, and the other team didn't catch him either. And actually, Chim Chim almost got splattered with some wild animal attractant. But I missed that. Okay, well, I'm going to flip back to the base page then.
And we'll wait for Packbat to climb onto the ATST and then book it back.
Yeah. And so you guys did keep enough people at the base so that there wasn't a complete revolt and shift over, which could have happened. So you can tell me narratively and cinematically how you were able to lock down the space.
Rebecca has a very big
Maybe
gun.
we should just tell them we set the power generator to go critical, and then they all probably make their way to the Lambda or the speeders. If they make their way out on the speeders, the ATSD blows them up, and if they go on the Lambda, then they get gassed.
We
And
could
probably
also
die.
just have them all gather in the mess, and then we lock the doors so that they can't leave.
Well, we need to neutralize them. Like,
Oh,
And
I
they're
almost
in a
forgot
place where they
to.
would have food.
Yeah, there was a bit of a scuffle in the kitchen because I forgot about Target. So Target caused some trouble. So don't worry about the ones in the mess hall.
all
Good
right.
job, Target.
Alright, well then that only leaves 3 groups and another guy. So yeah, I'm all for just telling them to try and run, and when they run, they end up dying. Or falling unconscious. Either or.
Yeah, I would rather gas the. I don't want to just end up with a lot of bodies here.
Well, we tried to tell them to run earlier, and they wouldn't. So,
Well,
Well, we know they're
door currently.
the whole thing with the Nihilus is that there's a force die involved to see if they either die or just fall unconscious.
Also, I'll just jump in and say that you guys got to the barracks and like locked down weapons. A lot of the stormtroopers were off duty, and yeah. And once they heard that Lieutenant Seraph was gone and several people had died, the ones without weapons gave up. The ones with weapons, there was a short firefight, and Shorebecca put a quick end to that along with Eve. How's that?
Fine.
Oh, if you have something better, I mean...
No, that's not me, that's Macron.
Okay. Well, if Macron has something better.
He doesn't. He's more disappointed in himself than anyone else.
I wouldn't be so disappointed. You actually opened a door, like, very... yeah, I wouldn't be disappointed. That was a pretty amazing move. Alright, so we are at the end of Takeover at Whisper Base. You guys managed to take over the base, and so base XP is actually 10. However, it's 4 XP for taking over the base and not having it revert back by not leaving enough people inside. You also got 3 XP for catching Lieutenant Seraph's subordinate before he could get within range of the comm tower. There are 2 individuals at the comm tower, but they've been cut off, and basically now that you guys have the base, you just walk over there and take control of the comm tower as well, once you've secured the base. You didn't catch Seraph, but that was meant to be very hard, and the other team didn't as well, so you don't get that 3 XP, but now I open it up to the miscellaneous.
Are we 10 plus 3 so far, or is there another plus for not having the base revert?
No.
Oh, that was the very first one. That was 4.
Okay, I was just trying to play catch up opening the tab.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
So we're at
it's
17.
Yep, exactly. So now you guys can tell me what are some things that.
Activating target in our favor.
Yeah. So you guys get +1 for that.
Shooting the door at the very beginning.
Oh, that was a really good one. I'm going to say that as well as the save from Shorebecca with the with Alro's fall, that those 2 together give +1.
Tried to save Alro as much as possible here.
Right too, yeah. I was worried though, guys. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna see him. Like, oh no, but you guys took them out really fast. And I'll say +1 for convincing the guards that you guys were an inspection team and leading him to open the door to the control center. And I think I'm gonna. What is that at?
I think that's 20. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
that's 19? I got 2.
Count 1 to 19, yeah.
Wait, how's that? Okay, because it was 1 for
That's
target,
19.
1 for the catch, and the
Door
door,
pin.
and then 1 for Macron. So that's 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
Oh, I
there's
missed-
one I didn't
What was the Macron?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying that. Okay, sorry. I thought this Rebecca and the door were 1 together, not 1 each.
Oh, they
They
are
are,
1
but
together. It's
the
still
other
3.
one-
Oh, target. Yep, missed target.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
First one.
Um,
And I think I'm going to lock it down there, unless there was something that. Oh, you know what? Actually, there is one more that I'll give you. That incredible driving of the ATST and making that thing go so fast and taking out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely, yeah, that's worth one.
made it go like a road runner. Just,
Yep. All right, so 21. I'm locking it down there. That's really good. All right, well done. And you guys also get. Oh yes, so you get one duty for taking over the base, and you also get one duty for preventing the signal from getting out to Moff Darno. Lieutenant Seraph will get back to Isis, but it's going to take some time, and so yeah, you still have more time than you would have by keeping that other guy from getting to the communications tower. So well done, guys. Well done. And yeah, so that is... Oh, Merp. So who do you guys nominating for Merp?
Probably Jokin and the ATST.
Yeah, my vote would be
Yeah.
Jokin.
Joking, definitely.
With the ATST and just getting, all the doors open and whatnot. Various things.
Also getting shot in the face. That was cool.
Yeah.
Running down the hallway! Sorry about that. Yeah, but I'm glad everything worked out, so... congratulations, Merp, for James and Jokin.
Yeah, does the rebellion actually pay us now?
They do, yeah. You guys are hired mercenaries, so everyone... Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Everyone for this job got 3K for just taking over Whisper Base, and you also get a 50% bonus for preventing the signal from going out, so 4,500.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can buy a lot of missiles.
Yeah, well done, guys. And with that, I will cut the recording, but thank you all for playing, and thank you, viewers and listeners, and we'll check you out. We will do the sequel, actually, to this, and the sequel will be a big 3-team mission, 3 teams, 3 GMs, and it's going to be fun. Because obviously you guys have some time, but Moff Darno wants this place back, and he will come calling soon. And with that, I will see you guys next week. Bye.